Yeah.
Yo.
Yerp. Yerp. Yerp.
Yeah, we should be good. Y'all let us know how we sounding, how we looking. Is everything clear? Damn, I forgot I gotta hook up the hold tight, I'll be right back.
Make sure y'all liking everything on the way in. Y'all know the rules. Y'all know the rules. Like on the way in, we at 42. We should already be at 65. Y'all know. We got 32 likes with 60 people in here. The math not mathing. Math not mathing. What's up, y'all? What y'all doing? What y'all up to? We just recorded episode 102. Blessing y'all with a little YouTube live. You know, we got some tea to discuss.
That's what we done turned into, man. The gossiping part around
Cruise season tea. That's all around relationships.
That boy said we got some tea to discuss. Hell nah. So y'all be kicking ass. We appreciate you with the funk.
Appreciate Mike Dub. See you.
Mike Dub in the building. Y'all know how this thing go, man. We gonna chop it up for a little minute about this Lori Harvey situation. I know we supposed to talk about it Wednesday, man, but I got caught up at work. That was on me. Say crew tea time. That's what we need to change the title of this video to.
Crew tea.
Oh man.
Some crew communion. Get some communion. Oh no, I told him it's Sunday. You know, welcome to the worship service.
Devil worship.
What up, Long Island? What up? What up? ATL, what up? What up? Nah, I ain't calling this no tea time. I was just playing. What up, Callie in the building? We do a live show in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Send us some promoters.
Yeah, we're gonna have to set that up. Bree, what up? See you. I get this live show on the road, man. I say we just want to set it up the right way though. Trying to get everything lined up right, man. I don't want to be out there in y'all cities and it's looking crazy. Say we gotta find promoters, we gotta find a bunch of different things, but I mean it's definitely in the works right now. But right now the focus done been just putting our head down and kicking ass, man, releasing more content. I told y'all we was gonna be a bit more active on YouTube, man. Now y'all see what I was talking about. that upload count done went up pretty quick here, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But y'all done been rocking with us, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. Isaiah, what up in the building? Jay, I see you.
Shout out to all the new followers, the recent ones, if y'all in the building.
Hell yeah, man. I can't wait.
All right. October what, Lady Bree? October what? My birthday in October. You a Libra? We got 108 in the chat. 108 on the live. How many likes we at? Not enough. Where did we go? There you go. Okay. Still not enough. We at 70, but it ain't enough. We got 107. Talk to me. What? My birthday on the 5th. Okay. Okay, birthday twin. All right.
Man, what y'all thought about Battle of the Sexes though, man? What y'all thought? I know that's what y'all been waiting on, man. That's what everybody be waiting to see. Motherfucker dropped. There was some controversial things said on that.
Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you. B cut his own hair. I go to the barbershop.
Honey, what up?
I ain't that good yet.
Shit, I ain't get me a cut right now. I lined up the beard, but the cut ain't looking with it.
Yeah, what y'all thought about the Battle of the Sexes, man? Said Toya problematic.
Oh, Toya. Shout out to Toya, man. She was in there talking that shit though, man. Like I say, I just had to respectfully disagree with a lot of what was said. You know what I mean? But she was still in there talking it.
You said you threw your hands up, you was done.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's just, I done reached a point in my career. What you call it? Say big body best. Say I done reached a point in my career, man, where just argue lost causes. I just can't do it, man. But I mean, I'm gonna still try to get the point across. Let her know where I'm coming from. But like that's the thing about these debates, man. You're not gonna change nobody's mind, and it's never my intention to. If I'm gonna be honest, but I say it's just part of the game, bro. But I mean, I definitely enjoyed the back and forth. You know what I'm saying? She stood on her points. He say Trill needed Advil after. Yeah, it was a lot. What folks say. Sorry, everybody taking y'all for a little bit. Yeah, man. So I say I be hearing a lot of the excuses that they try to make, man. But my thing is I'm not big on double standards. So if we can't make excuses for the way that we was brought up, y'all can't either. Especially when you're adult. And that's what be the thing. Like people just be replicating a lot of traumas and shit that they suffered when they was kids and expecting, the man to just take y'all as y'all law. It don't work like that. Because man could literally hide behind the same thing. I was like when I was growing up, I seen my daddy cheating all the time. That's why I'm cheating on your ass like this. And you can't blame me. Work with me. But it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Malik Ford. Appreciate you, dude.
Cooks and Co. Cook and Co. He said, OT, any advice to a newly certified PT? Newly certified. I would say probably for a few people, just kind of see if some don't mind letting you work on your craft. I mean, I think that would be one. Just a couple people that, interested in losing weight or whatever. And they could be, help you get your money up. Use some of them clients, take your time with them, where you're able to get your stuff down and, have a little rhythm to yourself. Real quick, shout out to SB. He said, I'm from Cali, planning to move to San Antonio in September. I'm going to be getting into the electrical union. Can y'all let me know what is in your opinion? What it's like?
Well, San Antonio, man, I used to live out there. It's real laid back. It's real chill. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our Spanish community out there for sure. Food is decent. Can't really complain about that. Nightlife, depending on what you used to. You know what I'm saying? Because we come from, the Houston area in terms of nightlife being familiar. And it looked nothing like that. I'll be honest with you. It looks nothing like that. But, Houston, Atlanta is pretty special as far as nightlife. But in terms of, eating and culture, different things down there, museums, river walk, stuff like that, you should be decent. But
I hear they got some good food out there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's it's Spanish food out there, so you already know what that come with. Got a spot out there called Taco Taco, man. That need to be the first visit when you go to San Antonio, man. Taco Taco. Remember I told you.
Good. Next time I visit Taco Taco.
Yeah, that spot legit. We used to go there after football practice all the time. But yeah, San Antonio gonna be decent, man. You're gonna like it.
Josh, that's coming. That's coming. He said we should travel different places and do Battle of the Sexes.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Like I say, I would love to get in these cities because again, when we set up the live shows and stuff, we want to go perform and then we want to shoot Battle of the Sexes with the the best in their city or whatever. So we always open for that type of behavior, man.
I can see how most of y'all think the same. But,
You say on God, you say I love the Spanish women. Oh yeah, we plenty of those out there for you, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Celtics and 6, you're lying. Want to place a bet on that?
What do you say? Celtics and 6?
Celtics and 6.
Mike Dub in the building.
Mike Dub.
Appreciate it, G. Say Kevin Samuels' commentary on the Michael B. Jordan, Lori Harvey situation would have been, yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Rest in peace to bro, man. You know what I'm saying? I find myself missing him a lot because a lot of times I'd be done, got done editing or something, back when he was alive and stuff. We'd be done at a long night, jump online about 10 o'clock, he on there preaching. So that's when I normally used to watch him late at night. Bro be on there giving that gospel, man. When he was alive, he showed us nothing but love. So, I gotta do the same while he gone. That's gonna be bro. A lot of people, disagree with a lot of what he had to say, but one thing that they couldn't disagree with was the validity. You can talk about tone and all that shit all you want to, but I don't really get caught up in tone. I get caught up in the authenticity and the realness of what you're saying. One thing they can't take away from bro was how I really was. In terms of, speaking facts, analyzing the world as he, saw fit. And we're gonna get into that Lori Harvey situation. Y'all know how this thing go, man. Y'all gotta get the likes up. Once we hit 100, we're gonna dive into then we're gonna drop the link in the chat. We're gonna bring some people up and all of that good stuff, man. Y'all know how this thing go. Matter of fact, let me yeah. Well, yeah, man. KS, I could imagine, bro, what he'll be saying, especially about the Lori Harvey. It'll be a situation where it'd be like I told you. Because I mean, he used to speak to that all the time in terms of, the modern woman and what it is that she values. These modern women are literally rather, crash the car themselves than to give up control to a dude or to a, man. Because women just do not trust men in this era, bro. Even if you got you a solid one, and Michael B. Jordan would be considered top 0.5% of man, and he still ain't enough. So what does that say? What does that say, man? Shit, Michael B. Jordan ain't got a chance. What chance do you know what I mean? Just talking about a millionaire, handsome, good looking, all of the women love him, all of that. And it still ain't enough. And he's ready to commit everything that they asked for. And it still ain't enough.
Allegedly, Lori wasn't always his cup of tea either.
Oh, explain that.
Because he had been dealing with, some white women before. So that was kind of his lane more so.
Yeah.
Before he did Lori. And allegedly, he had some rumors about his sexuality. That's
always the go-to low blow. Whatever,
always,
you know what I mean?
Always.
Oh man, I hate that so much.
Always.
I hate that so much, man. But the interesting part about this dynamic, right, is that now that this relationship is over, and let's say Michael B. Jordan does decide to go date him a white girl after this, he's gonna get killed for it. He's gonna get killed for it. And it's like, he was right there. He was right there for our black queens, man. And they just mishandled, bro. Having a relationship 2 years, he giving his all and all of that. Man, talking about trying to get serious and you dip on him. Now when he go marry the white woman, then it's, oh, look at him. He does. It's like, come on, bro. Can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I know they've been finding excuses. You've been hearing well, who's to say that he wasn't the cause of the breakup?
Right. Right.
which is, okay. We don't know what's going on inside their relationship. So,
But from your summation, what do you think is the main cause of this situation? Real quick, shout out to Dub Will in the building. Yeah. If you had to surmise, if O had to surmise, what you think went wrong in this situation, bro?
I already told you the age difference. He was ready to settle down. She's young. She on the scene. I mean, if you compare Michael B to all the men that she was dating before, they have nothing in common. They are complete polar opposite. And nothing wrong, nothing against all the other fellas, but you got Future, you got Trey Songz, you got Diddy, you got the youngest son. You know what I'm saying? You got quite a few people in there that ain't the most, as far as like gentlemen. Well, I won't even say gentlemen, but they two different types of guys. You got guys over here, you got guys, other side. Michael B wasn't nowhere near, at least on the outside looking in, perception. So that's why it didn't work. She wants some fun right now. Like, it was cool, but she wants some fun. But you know what? I was watching Joe Budden podcast recently, and his take is that he said the contract was up. He felt it was all for looks, because for marketing purposes, changing the perspective a little bit on both of them. So he was like, "Shit, the contract was up." He said, again, like I was saying, Michael B was dating the white women allegedly, and he was dating white women, and allegedly he, they was questioning his sexuality, and then Lori had just came from Future,
right?
So now both of them kind of getting together. Now it's like the dream couple. Both of them are attractive, got stuff going on for themselves, and let's kind of, change the image of both of them.
Real quick, shout out to Marcus in the building. I appreciate you, G. You're coming from overseas somewhere.
What up?
Where you checking in from, bro? Battle Sex was very good. Some of the ladies didn't listen too well. Yeah, man, look here, man.
That's always. It's always.
It's an ongoing fight, big dog. We trying to convert them on over, man. But it's rough. It's rough.
She said something about Diddy and Carisha. No.
She said who?
Diddy and Carisha.
Yeah, we gonna touch on that on Wednesday. Cause I want to like watch. I still ain't got to watch the whole thing. I want to watch the whole thing before we tap into it. But Wednesday's show, that's what it's gonna be about. Live show, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in Wednesday.
We should do a live breakdown.
What you think? Or the Diddy Carisha?
We can watch a little first though.
Cause it's 40 minutes, so we ain't sit there in 40 minutes and do the breakdown.
No.
But yeah. But in terms of the Michael B. Jordan, Lori Harvey situation, man, I think, it's all Michael B. Jordan's fault in my opinion. Cause men gotta like get better with like knowing that a chick ain't that. You know what it was? Michael B. Jordan broke the rule.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by breaking the rule is because men can surmise pretty quickly a woman's intentions. We can surmise how much of a great mother she'll be, like how likely we are to share our livelihood with her. Can she take care of the business while I'm out? Like, is she dependable? And there's nothing about Lori Harvey that says dependability. It's nothing about how she's been moving. Now, she ain't said a word, which is smart on her end because she's able to maintain plausible deniability. But if you just look at the way that she's moving, I think it speaks loud enough, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, she is fine, and Michael B. Jordan should have hit just like he did, but it's a difference between hitting and you like trying to make serious investment in that type of woman. And we all know a Lori Harvey type of woman. She hot right now, just like O said. She young, she hot. A lot of times bottle chicks, and she probably would be a bottle chick if her parents wasn't who they was. But we gonna bring it down from her and just broaden it a bit. Like that type of woman is generally, an online influencer, posting her body all over the net all the time. Like it's just constant searching for attention, searching for that blue check, trying to catch that blue whale. And, most men, when we see that, we know what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean we ain't going to try to hit because you definitely going to try to hit. But in terms of the intention, in terms of, okay, how serious can this thing go? I think that was where he dropped the ball at. You tried to put, forever intentions on a temporary chick. And that right there is breaking the golden rule. You cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think he learned a valuable lesson. What we had on likes? I ain't even checked the likes in a minute. Hold tight. But yeah. So I mean, that's what he went wrong. I think he just broke the golden rule. He did what women do. If we're gonna be honest here, women will see somebody that they know good and goddamn well is not built for long term, is not consistent in terms of fatherhood and different things like that, and they'll put lifelong, forever intentions on that type of man, and then be like, I can't believe it didn't last. I don't know what happened, even though the man have been showing inconsistencies since you met him. Michael B. Jordan did that, and it cost him. So I don't know, man. I think it's I don't know what you think the fallout from that gonna be.
From Michael B.
Mm-hmm. You think he's going back to the other side?
Honestly, don't know. I don't know if he's going back to the other side, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, but everybody's all in their biz. He got the camera all in his face. He went to the game.
Yeah, I seen
You know what I'm saying? They all in his face. It's like, damn, they can't even enjoy a game.
He was looking hurt though. You tell me he wasn't looking hurt.
He an actor.
No.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Bro was looking sad.
Man. I mean, you just gotta know better.
Yeah.
I guess, you can have hope because people do change. People do change. However, yes, you do go based off, for the most part, you go based off their resume and their past. So you have to know what to expect and what comes with that.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you in the exact same scenario. If you out moving and shaking, top tier man, making a lot of money, a lot of women love you, all of that good stuff, and then you run into a Lori Harvey, like how do you play that? Because I know what the first thoughts are gonna be. Like she's attractive, damn, she fine or whatever. She a man eater somewhat. She didn't future this, that, and the third. But it's me. So she ain't gonna do me like that. So what? So how do you approach that mentally?
It's hard to answer that because different stages of my life. You know what I'm saying? If I'm younger, then I'm taking that chance. Today, I wouldn't take that chance.
Michael B. Jordan, 33.
I was at the
31
time,
when he met her. So give me your take at 31.
He was like, that was his, kind of like the last hope in a sense. It's like, okay, I got one more kind of in me to give somebody a chance at 31. It's like, okay, she young. Fuck all that. She dated a son at his daddy. Fuck all that. That's enough for me.
That's the straw right there.
That's enough for me. You can date Future. You can have your, run its course. You can have your people that wasn't for you, but you was trying to find that person that you thought was the one based off, past things. You want that toxicity and all that. I understand that because a lot of women go through that. A lot of men gonna transform into that because that's what they know women want. However, it's just certain things you just can't look past.
It's just certain red flags.
It's just certain ones you can't look past, man. And that's one of them.
Oh man, yeah.
But it wasn't like she was posting them. People posting her. So it wasn't like she, like she out here trying to flaunt it that she did it.
But
all the niggas wrong though. Diddy wrong too.
Oh.
Cause that was his son work. That ain't what. No, you don't follow up after your son.
But keep it G. You think she was there for the son as he was there for Diddy? Come on.
Still, I'm just assuming if both of them did hit.
Ain't no if both of them hit. Man.
That's wrong. That's wrong by Diddy.
How did he wrong?
You don't go after your son.
Okay, man.
I'm beefing. You can't be in my work.
You beefing with your son.
Go play over there.
Hey, shout out to Paul in the building. Patreon member in the building. Patreon member in the building, man. Oh, speaking of Patreon, everybody that's signing up for the join thing on here, man. I gotta start dropping some of the Patreon content over here for y'all. I'm still trying to figure out how this thing works in terms of releasing, exclusive content and things of that nature. We about to step that aspect up too. It was just new to me, and I'm saying, we used to Patreon, so we still trying to figure that aspect of it out. But you saying that if the chick date a man and his son, you saying that automatically eliminates it in terms of serious taking?
Automatic. Automatic.
But you just said people change.
You can change for somebody else. Not me. You can change for sure.
That boy, see, bro, tapping in from London, man. Shout out to Marcus again, man.
Like we say, we talking about behaviors and stuff. That is also a little predatory behavior on Diddy end. As much as I love Diddy, she was still young. She wasn't 25. Diddy was about 50 or close to it.
No, I think he older than that. He 50
You know what
something.
I'm saying? So I don't know, man. That's nasty work. All sides on the whole thing. No, I'm sorry, bro.
See, and just before we get into the title of the video, everybody get the likes up. Stop what y'all doing right now. So I think it's 270 people in here, and it's, I think 150 likes or something, if I ain't mistaken. Y'all gotta step that up.
But then she grown, so it's like, you know what I'm saying. Looking at it as a whole too, it's like that's a grown woman. She gonna make her own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
What has she really just done that was just really bad? Nothing. Because that was a dude hopping in and out, doing this and that. We gonna praise him. We're gonna say, look at his resume. Look how many bad women he didn't have. You know what I'm saying? So, it's definitely news to talk about, but it's different treatment when we kind of talk about the man. We gonna, like we said before, we always gonna praise the man for doing stuff like that.
True.
But also, it is a double standard because we just hold women in a higher regard.
How so?
So that's the reason for the judgment. Because women are supposed to kind of preserve their sexual acts and energy and all that for a limited amount of people, at least we would expect. But if you're hopping around for a woman that's wanting a man in the future, he's going to judge her based off that.
Mm-hmm.
Versus the man that's going to give him brownie points. Because like women that say all the time, they don't want no man with no swag, they don't want no lame. They want the man that's kind of sought after, in a sense. So,
Ali in the building. What up? Patreon member. My dog. But yeah, I think well, rumor is that now that this Michael B. Jordan situation is over, she's now dating Jack Harlow. What was your thoughts on that when you first heard it? I know you didn't seen the rumors and things of that nature.
Oh yeah, the first thing I was like, damn, already? Shit. Don't waste no time.
My dog just crying at the game a week and a half ago. Is he already on something new?
They were just hanging out.
Just hanging out.
They ain't her man.
Hanging out.
They ain't came out nothing official. She in the industry. She can't have friends. I don't know, man. I ain't trying to talk about nobody. We just talk about the situation.
Yeah, I think it.
I don't know.
But that right there brings about. I mean, I thought it was interesting, me personally, but I think it brings about a different type of question. We done heard posts before, in terms of like how fast a woman moves on. They typically move on while they're in the relationship. Do you subscribe to that way of thinking? Or do you think, hey, she out of it and then boom, now she's starting anew and now I'm going to date new people? Or do you feel like women already kind of got an idea of who they going to date as soon as the relationship? Because, I mean, this ain't the first time we've seen this. I remember Big Sean was engaged to a, lady who's, I'm not going to name for other reasons, but everybody know who Big Sean was engaged to. And they ended up breaking up. They had a wedding date set and all type of stuff. They ended up breaking up and, she got married to somebody else on the wedding day that her and Big Sean set.
That's crazy. I ain't know that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What?
So, that speaks to the common notion that a lot of women move on to, in terms of picking their new man before they leave their current relationship. Do you subscribe to that thinking?
No.
Or how do you feel like it typically goes?
Damn, that's tough. No, so half of me say they have someone they're interested in because it makes it an easy transition.
Mhm.
There's no downtime, there's no lonely time or anything else that they kind of have to figure out about a person. So it's easier to make that transition going. It's like shit, it's like securing a job before you leave your other job.
Mhm.
It's almost like that. They want to make sure it's an easy transition. So if I leave this or this person leave me, however it work out, then I kind of have somewhere to vent, I have a safe haven, I have
Right.
something else there versus them completely removing themselves, working on themselves, letting it process. What did you learn from that?
Right.
And then get into something else. But some people, shit, it may not have been that serious to them. So it's easy for them to just hop in another one in and out because they was already halfway in. So for me to remove myself, if I was already halfway in, it don't take much effort to get out and then hop in something else. I don't subscribe to that, and I definitely wish, especially if you with somebody at least, over a year. That was a year and a half.
Mhm.
That's at least 3-4 months. You should be by yourself before you talk to somebody else. That's me.
Mm.
Some people they only need like 2 weeks. That works for you. That I just don't think that's smart.
Well, Mike Dub is saying, you're right. That was quick. Say, but goes back to saying that women always have a backup plan. And it's just interesting because we get held to the fire a lot of times for not being fully committed. I think that's the common notion is that the women are more committed to the relationship than the man is. But if that's the case, then how are women so quick to move on after the relationship ends?
Mhm.
Because I done literally seen chicks break up with her man today and going on dates by 4 or 5 days later. And a lot of times that may be revenge or her trying to get the dude back, but even still moving that fast, it's just like, because a lot of the times they be smashing dudes in that little window after the
Mhm.
relationship end. Like they may break up for a week or two and then go back to him, but a lot of times she done caught a body within that week. If it was just some okay, I'm just trying to get this out of my system, or me personally, I think most women have a checklist in terms of men that that they done been curious about and that they gonna now venture to see what
Mm.
is what it's talking about. Because I do think like women are able to contain themselves more in terms of cheating. Stats say that, and again, it's not about much, but stats say that. I think the number is like 30, 29, 31, 30% of men cheat and like 22% of women or something like that. So according to the stats, they say men cheat more than women. So I gotta give that to them. But I will say this though: if that's the case, if men are like commonly believed to be less invested, how is it that women move on so fast? Because when men leave a relationship, you will not see a new chick posted on his Instagram or something like that, in a serious fashion, like on a date or something like that. You will not see that on a man's story or a man's Instagram that quickly. 2 days later, 3 days
Somebody
later.
else might post it. I mean, but she didn't post it, did she?
Who you talking about, Lori?
Yeah.
No. But we off Lori. We off Lori.
You
I'm
talking about
just
in
yeah,
general?
just in general.
Nah, yeah. At
Exactly.
first, I was it's taking a while for a man to post a woman in general.
Exactly. Ken Folk
So-
in the building. What up?
That's little bro.
But yeah, so it's like
What up, little bro? He gonna drop the link in a little bit. Let's see if you hop on. You ain't got nothing to say.
yeah, we're
You
gonna
ain't
see,
gonna say
man.
nothing.
So I said I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit, man. It's 300 something people in here, 312 or something. Y'all make sure y'all like it, man. Stop what y'all doing. Like the video. Y'all know what time it is in here. But yeah, so it's like if you able to move on that fast, I don't think you was really committed like that. Or you checked out without communicating it, which is wrong too. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like dudes, when we get out the situation, we're gonna be single for a year or two.
Somebody say the only time a man move that quick is if he's homeless.
That's real though.
Fact.
That's
He
real.
will house hot, boy.
So I don't know. I just think it says something. I think it says something. Somebody can move on that quickly. But it's neither here nor there, man. But again, I think another topic that I wanted to broach that's in relation to that is like what type of message does that send to men in terms of like what we should aspire to be? Because you get in these manifest spaces all the time, and dudes be talking about, nah, just get to your bag, glow up, get your looks together, get dressed, and start dressing and move and be sociable and all of that, and then you find you a chick, and it's just good, and you're gonna be good. But we literally just seen a man that's in the top 0.0235% get dismissed
Mm-hmm.
after doing all of those things. Talking about highly desired, talking about, again, good looking. I don't judge men, but I mean, I ain't gonna hate he got the holes in our terms.
But again, similar like we were talking about on the pod, if I'm going by this house and I know everything that's wrong with it, had a couple leaks in here, it had some major plumbing issues, but they tell me they fixed the major plumbing issues, but it did happen.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go in, you check it, make sure everything else is right. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and purchase this house. And then 2 years later, now you got plumbing issues again. But you knew before you bought the house that it had plumbing issues. Yeah, they said they fixed it, but it could arise again because it just happened. So it's like you can do everything you want to try to change somebody, but if they don't want to be there, they not gonna want to be there. And like I said, I feel they should have. Well, I don't know because I'm not in a relationship, but if he wanted something long term and she didn't, he should have found that out within the first 3, 4, or 5 months. That's a serious conversation that should have been had if he was in that mental state.
Right.
And if they were just rocking out, just having fun, no plan, then that's where it gets you. Because I'm pretty sure around when they made a year or so, I'm pretty sure that's when he was thinking, all right, maybe I want to start locking it down. So now they're having conversations or whatever, and come to find out, it ain't it. But I don't know. It could be something wrong with him that just ain't came out. It's just not spinning the story, and we don't know what to believe, man, because we're not in a relationship. Because I read one thing that was allegedly he was more focused on his career, so it was kind of Michael B's reason for them falling out. I read that online too. He was headstrong about his career, focused, yada yada yada, and she didn't want to deal with that. Maybe she wanted to spend more time with him, and he ain't had the time that she wanted. So I ain't trying to point fingers or blame or nothing like that. But on the outside looking in, on the surface level, just seeing who they are as people, as the resume that's been presented.
Right.
That's why we can just give like a generalization on what we may assume have happened because of their history. But this situation, of course, we don't know exactly what happened. But yeah.
The thing is that there's no way to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't be on public platforms putting their business all in the street and things of that nature. So all we got to do is go on speculation at the end of the day. But again, I think just getting back to the question, I think the messaging that sends to men is to just be a bit more ruthless. I'm up here reading the chat, and that's what dudes are saying. They like, bro, we need to just be a little more ruthless in terms of all of that selling down. Because one thing that I've noticed, and this is something that happens a lot of times that don't get spoke on, even with people that are in relationships, right? A lot of times when that, like in the initial stages or whatever, like, or not like super initial, not like honeymoon stage, but I'm talking about like when they get in a relationship and man is still kind of, showing that uncertainty and being a bit toxic and this, that, and the third, the woman is way more willing to, give him attention. She's way more invested. She's way more concerned with where he is. She's way more concerned with what he's doing, that type of thing. But when he becomes fully domesticated, like she quote unquote wants him to be, a lot of times that attention kind of wanes a bit. And it's a situation where, she'll get to feeling complacent, like, okay, I got him to where I need to be. So now I can focus on other things. And in the process of focusing on other things, you're neglecting this man. So, and that's something that's not spoken on enough. Because, of course, if you ask any woman, how are you doing that? Hell nah. When I got my man, I'm in my relationship. I'm focused on my man and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But if you ask dudes in that situation, in a room that his wife is not in, he gonna say, yeah, man, when I was out here toxic and moving around and hitting the club 4 or 5 times a week, she was all on my jacket, calling me every day, what you doing? Baby, let's go do this. Baby, let's go do that. Let's go do this. Like she was creative like a motherfucker when I was out being toxic. But then when I became that, domesticated man that she says she wants me to be, I was getting way less attention. I was getting way less consideration. I mean, I could think of somebody just right off the top of my head completely. That recently had a broken engagement. In terms of like when he was out here being who he was, she was ready to get engaged. She was ready to, let's move in together. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So she can keep tighter tabs on him. And then he was like, you know what? I'm about to get a game up completely. I'm just about to be focused on this relationship. I don't want to go out no more. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to spend time, travel with my girl. And then once he got into that mindset, she started wilding. So, that's just something to watch for. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I don't feel like that's spoken on enough. Women are not going to admit it, for one. And two, dudes that are in relationships are not going to admit it because there's consequences to admitting that type of thing. But if you ask most men who've been in a relationship, ask them how much attention that they was getting from their woman. I ain't talking about random chicks on the street. I'm talking about within the relationship. Ask that man how much attention he was getting from his woman before he wrapped before he got a good grasp on the concept of a relationship and start moving like a domesticated, civilized, settled down man. Ask him the attention he got in comparison. And you're gonna get a shocking answer. So that may have played a role.
Like my boy Jay say, he said women want a ghost mixed with Tony Stark.
It's a neuroscientist that used to sell drugs, but he in touch with his feminine side.
Right.
That's real.
Like they want security financially. They want to feel secure physically. They want to feel secure emotionally. But a lot of times that package may not look like your idea of what it looks like.
Elaborate.
Like this man you're not gonna get a super smart dude with tattoos that's 6'4", 260. You're not gonna get that in most cases. Like if you want a smart man, he gonna come what he come like. He might be 5'5", 110. He might be 6 foot 160. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? He may not have no tats at all. He may not dress the best. So what is it that you really value? Like, because they'll say they want a man, they want masculine energy, but masculine energy comes in different forms. He's not masculine enough. I don't feel protected. Like, just because the man talks proper, because a lot of cases, that's what disqualifies a man. Just because he talks proper.
Oh, yeah.
And, may not seem that he got that edge to him. Doesn't mean that he won't protect you.
Yeah.
So you got to take time vetting people better a lot of times.
And how do you navigate that in terms of that type of man not getting the attention that he should be getting? Because we just gonna be honest here, that type of man should be the cream of the crop because he's showing qualifications and things like that to where he can handle or he's ready to be a domesticated, settled down man. I have structure, I have discipline. I'm headed towards a good job. I speak proper. You can take me to the job event. You can take me here. You can take me there. And I'll be able to hold my own rather than you taking this hood nigga there and you trying to dress him before you get there. Now, baby, don't wear J's to the corporate event. You go get you some, that type of thing.
Hold pants too big.
Baby, don't be sagging at the corporate event. I need the belt up. Instead of you having to do that, this man is already pre-cut, already ready for the role.
But he's too cookie cut. That's the thing. Like women like to step outside the edge. They like to, really test those boundaries. So if that man is too cookie cutter, that ain't what you want. Until it's somebody that she likes and she's into, then he can kind of become cookie cutter because she knows him and she understands him and she's learned who he is. But prior to that, no, you can't be. You gotta test her. You gotta push her. You gotta put her in her place. Things like that. That's what they look for. And if you can't do that, if you don't come across as doing that, then you don't have a shot. That's what it seems like. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's definitely what it seems like.
I'm saying that's what it is, man.
Because like I just said on the pod too, I like that kind of gave me a thrill, and it was a high chasing after women that felt like they wanted to be put in their place. Like they would say, "Can't no man do this, can't no man do that." But when you have a different approach or come at them a different way and make them tone it down, then it's like, yeah, it was all talk. You know it's all talk. But they don't come off that way. It's hard out here because a lot of times women don't know what they want, plain and simple. Women just don't know what they want. You'll say you want, a man to treat you right, which you may, but you think it may come in a different form, or he's not tall enough for you, or he don't make enough money for you. But that doesn't mean that man can't get there.
Right.
So and then it's like we do talk about potential. We do. But at the same time, you have to understand what's going on right now. Like, what has that man shown you? If that man may not be making the money that you desire, if you're not there, if that man has a strong work ethic, he could get there. And it just takes patience, depending on where you at in your life. If you're 40 years old and you want a man to be making like 80,000, that's more doable versus you 22 years old and wanting a man to make that.
Right.
Like, that's going to take time to build. So it just takes patience, man. You got to take patience. You got to vet that person and just really, really understand what you want. Date people. Then you don't have to have sex with everybody. Like, really understand what you want. And even when you get what you want, it still what you think you want. It may not be it. It's going to come in a different form. That's what people don't understand either. You'll have this box for who you would like somebody to be, and the person that you end up with isn't going to be nothing like that. Or they may show the main characteristics, but it could be other things about them that you didn't even know you liked. That person could be in the science or in the goddamn astrology, and you not into astrology or something.
You in the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and this.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. Bad Boys Club.
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
So again, man, real quick, man, we got like 400 some people here, man. Get these likes up, man. I think the likes are like 230. Y'all stop what y'all doing. Like the video, man. Y'all know what time it is. Likes soon as y'all walk in the motherfucker. Y'all know how this go, man.
This one dude said, Armand Brown said, I met this woman that don't want to date anybody under 6'2", and she is 5'5". That further let me know it's the trenches out there.
I said, run these unrealistic ass requirements.
That man could be 5'10". He's still taller than you. When you wear heels, he's still gonna be taller than you. That man may be more protected than your man that's 6'2". A fight come out, 6'2", nigga, take off running. 5'10" dude squaring up, wanting to get up. Man, I'm just saying, man. Y'all have these unrealistic requirements, but as soon as a man say something about some weight, it's over. It's over.
Y'all see what up in the building.
Over.
Y'all, so you're gonna have to come up, man. You're gonna have to come up and chime in on this situation here.
That's it.
Eventually. So I'm about to drop the link in a few.
Women can have financial requirements, height requirements, dick size, dick grade. Because if you ain't giving it right, she's leaving or she cheating. We didn't have plenty of videos recently.
That's true.
So you got all these requirements, but the moment a man say, "Hey, you got to at least be this size," now it's everybody offended.
Everybody offended.
Can't talk about boy. That's what I said, man. It's hard out here being a man, and then we got to approach you. For the most part, the man got to do all the work, which he shouldn't. Like, this ain't no, like Johnson say, this ain't no court gesture.
Perform for me.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I ain't performing for you, baby.
Press me.
No, you got to perform for me too. We both working. We both competing. Because the off season, when I'm not in a relationship, I'm working on my game. I'm working on how to be a better communicator. I'm working on my fitness. I'm working on my mental as far as being a better listener when whoever my next partner is going to be. A lot of people don't do that. They don't take that time in the off season to work on themselves. They go straight to trying to play another game, and you lose. You get done wrong, and you wonder why this shit happened.
That's real, though.
That's real.
That's real.
They just go right to the next one. Boom, boom. Okay, that one didn't work. Let me jump to the next one. And now you playing the same game, same mind frame, same adjustments. I mean, no adjustments at all. You're doing the exact same thing, and you keep losing. And then you wonder why. Hey.
Or you got the chicks who are like relationship in, and then she'll start working out, She ain't gonna work on, as far as intangibles that she dropped the ball on her relationship, but she gonna start working out so she can look better and start trapping again and all of that. And then just like you said, jump right into a brand new game when you ain't fixed what the real problem was. A lot if you would have started working out while you was in a relationship, might have could have ended differently. You know what I'm saying? But while you waiting until the relationship over with to get back to the size that man met you at. Just example. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying, you got to do self-work. Self-work is very, very important. And, just like we spoke about on the pod, if you got somebody who is not willing to do self-work, how can you expect them to do we work when they get into the relationship? I mean, it's, simple. It's simple, man, but we complicate it. If they won't do self-work, how do you expect them to do work on us when they get into the relationship? And that's how you got to look at it. So I don't know, man, but we're gonna go ahead and drop this link, man. I'm ready to hear y'all takes on it. We done been at it for an hour. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up. I think we at 268. It's like 430 people in here, something crazy like that. Y'all make sure y'all like it.
Real in here, Darnell in here.
Shout out to Real in the building. Tia, I see you in the building. Who else is in here? Travel One, I see you.
Tony.
I ain't seen Tony in
I know I ain't seen Tony in a minute.
Smooth in the building. But yeah, I'm about to drop the link right now. And then we gonna get y'all up here, man. I want to hear y'all takes on this situation. Lori moving super, super fast without watching the game tapes. Pin it. Matter of fact, I'm about to pin it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to press nobody either. Like in a relationship. Like you want somebody to adjust to how you are as a person, but they shouldn't have to completely change themselves. Both parties should be concrete. Y'all should have y'all foundation. Y'all should be established, and whatever that looks like. Shout out to Rilla. He said H-Town, Fifth Ward. You know about Fifth Ward.
Rilla in the building.
But yeah, man, you got to adjust to your partners and what they want. Because at the end of the day, if you worked on yourself, now it's like, okay, how can I bring somebody into my life and help them grow, help them, build? How can we do this together? A lot of people don't come into it with that mind frame. It's me, 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 me. How can they help me? What can I benefit from this?
Right.
And that's it. There's no, giving and taking. It's just I'm trying to take everything I can get and come perform for me. That's what it is. And you need to uphold that. Stay on that level all the time. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to make no adjustments. None of that. But you keep doing that. I might be having a bad day, but you keep doing what you're doing. Don't fall off. Because now we have a problem.
I might have a bad day, but you don't have no bad day. You keep doing what you're doing. That's some funny shit, but that's real though.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so I be that right there, man. It just put a lot of pressure on us, man. But we're gonna go ahead and start bringing y'all up, man. Hold tight. Let me get y'all together.
I'm out the game.
I'm out the game. Anime, what up, bro?
First. Hi. What's good, y'all?
Man, chilling, bro. What you on?
Hey, let me introduce y'all to the newest Cruise season member.
Congratulations, my boy.
Nah, it's not mine. It's not mine.
Oh, okay, there. I'm about to say.
No, it's not. It's my niece. It's my niece. But yeah, she part of the gang now.
Oh, that's a bit, man.
Go get your niece. Ugh. But yeah, man, it's a cold game out here. It's a cold game.
Okay, bro. What you think about that whole Lori situation, man?
I mean, so the way I look at it is, if they never had this type of conversation up until, let's say, they got to the 1 year mark, and then he says, like they were saying, okay, they've been coasting along, being together, having fun, and then they get to a 1 year mark, and he's like, you know what, I'm ready for something more serious. And she says no. You can't be mad at her at that point, because they never had that conversation. And at that point, the only person you can really blame, or the only thing you can really blame at that point, is a lack of communication. So the only thing you can really do is, like, the moment you realize that you want to go in a certain direction, you got to be willing to voice that. And sorry, I've been sick for like 3 days. You got to be willing to voice that and then take whatever come with it. And if you're not willing to walk away from it, then I don't know what else to tell you if you don't get the answer you want.
And that right there speaks to why people will stay in a toxic situation like that, because they'll say they want the truth, but they're not built to get that answer that they don't want to hear back. So instead of doing that, I'm just gonna be silent on the situation and just pray that one day this person get turned into the person that I need them to be. So I mean that right there caused a lot of people to stay in situations that they know better than. But I mean, I agree. Even with this Michael B. Jordan situation, I said from the door, I said it's just not smart to do that, to jump in that relationship. But again, it's like O said, you don't really know the context, you don't really know these people that well. But I feel like I'm an incredible judge of character. I am. I'm an incredible judge. Matter of fact, I haven't missed yet, if we're gonna be honest. And he'll tell you, even in terms of chicks that he done dated in the past, I'm an incredible judge of character, man. And I could just tell when something is just off. And it was just always something off about Lori. She fine as hell. That right there cannot be taken away. That's a fact. Anybody say otherwise, they lying. But in terms of like, would she make a good long-term investment type of woman? Hell no. Hell no.
Cause I could also see it as too, like they hooking up. It's fun at the beginning. They just having a good time, and he might have kind of asked about it a little bit, but it's like, not right now. And so he like, okay, not right now, but we're gonna go with the flow. We having a good time. I enjoy your company. You enjoy my company. We both look good. We making money. Yada yada yada.
Mhm.
And he could have been, holding out hope.
See,
I
and
see
that
that
but that
too.
right there,
I see
that's
that
the
too.
problem. That's the problem. If you know that that's the direction you want to go, if your partner gives you any answer besides yes, I want to get on this train and go in that direction too, you gotta be willing to say, all right, well, you gotta get off and let's go on to the
Mhm.
next station. But you have to be willing to do that.
Yep.
Some people just like being in a relationship so much they're not willing to let somebody else go.
Right.
She said, "Lord, get it from
Right.
my mama."
Yeah, which is the wild part about it, bro. So it's like, we as men, I feel like, man, we just got to move a little bit more smart out here in terms of judging character. And that's what was so fucked up about it, because typically men move great in terms of judging long-term character. Now, you may smash something that we may know better than, that shouldn't be getting our energy or whatever the case may be. But in terms of long-term commitment, men don't generally miss when we choosing a woman. But I feel like Michael B. Jordan broke rules that that he just was not supposed to break, and then he paid for them on the back end. So that's my take on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you was talking. You made a comment about the height thing. How some women, how like they go for height. How that's a
Mhm.
thing, and it's crazy because like when it was like something I read the other day. These shoe companies that design women's heels, they
Mhm.
take that stuff into account. Like these clothing brands and stuff, they really take like attraction into account because the average woman in the world is like 5'4". The average dude is like 5'8". So they
Right.
make the average heel size only 3 inches. So that
Mhm.
way the average woman wearing an average size heel would still be an inch shorter than the average man she come across.
That make a lot of sense though. I do, because ironically that is a, like, men do factor that in though. Not just women, but in terms of height, like men
Yeah.
do factor that in for real. So
Unless they just say tight, and that's different.
true,
Mm.
true. But
But
yeah,
yeah, man,
man.
I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna let y'all get somebody. Hey, but I meant to ask y'all something. Oh, I know y'all do like y'all branding and stuff with like clothing. Have y'all ever gotten like a design for like a shoe or anything? Because like I had some ideas
Mhm.
about like making y'all a shoe, but I didn't know if y'all had anything like that already.
Nah, man. Send that to us on the low, man. You might be telling too much already. Go ahead. Send that to us on the low, man. We definitely go look at that
Rilla,
for sure.
All right, man. All right, much love,
check
crew
that out.
season.
All right, big dog. Appreciate you.
Rilla said, checked out the whole fact. So Marjorie, she said we're two of the biggest dope dealing brothers. Weren't they?
Oh, see, we gotta do a little bit of investigation here, man.
Damn.
We got to do a little bit of investigation, man. Y'all get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. If you're just walking in, welcome to crew season. Y'all know how we give it up. If you don't, you will find out very, very, very soon. We in here discussing Lori Harvey, and now she's rumored to be done moved on to Jack Harlow pretty quickly after this Michael B. Jordan fallout. So, we done gave our take on it. I'm definitely interested in hearing y'all's take. If y'all want to come up and chop it up, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Y'all come through. Y'all must be cammed up to get on stage. Make sure the mic is working. Make sure everything is good to go. And on that note, man, we're going to bring up Josh. Josh, what up, G?
What it do? I'm catching
Man,
y'all
chilling.
niggas at work and shit, boy.
Yeah, man. I feel it.
Gotta get to it.
Yes, sir. What you on, bro? What you think about this whole situation, man?
Shit, it speaks for itself, man. Dog. I mean, as dudes, bro, we gotta be more attentive to shit like that, man. I mean, the cause is in front of his face. To be honest, I mean, he seen what she did. He seen how she acted and how she carried herself. I ain't gonna say how she acted, how she carried herself. With the whole Diddy and son thing. No matter if it's an image or not, that's your image at the end of the day once you with her. So that's a reflection of you. I mean, shit. I call it the high school syndrome, bro. It's them chicks you wanted back then. You ain't have a shot. Now you want it popping. You get that opportunity. Either you gonna crack and move on, or you gonna wipe that up, bro. So, I mean, it's plain and simple in my eyes, bro. I don't think she did nothing wrong. She's who she is, and I mean, we got to do better at picking these women out, bro. I mean, we leave a lot of power in their hands, and we really the ones making that decision at the end of the day to be with them or not. So,
facts.
Can't be mad at that.
Here's a question, bro. What type of message do you think that how she moving sends to man in terms of how we should be moving? Do you think that type of situation is going to create a more ruthlessness and more like hesitancy to settle when this type of shit falls out the way it did?
Oh, no doubt, bro. I think every nigga learn from situations like that, bro. I think every guy been through a certain situation where they, came, they like a chick more than she like him, or whatever the case may be. And hey, bro, we suckers for love sometimes, bro. I mean, every nigga wanna act hard, but I mean, at the end of the day, we like what we like. So
True.
that's definitely gonna leave niggas more attentive, which is in my eyes a good thing, bro. You get to learn who she is, learn her habits, learn her moves, what she likes, she don't like, make the decision off of that instead of just putting her on this pedestal just because she fine.
Right.
Cause I don't know what she does, to be honest. Besides being fine. Besides being fine, bro. To be 100. So yeah, at the end of the day, bro, we gotta stop putting them on a pedestal, bro, just because they got good looks, bro.
Facts.
Just like we tell them, don't look over a good nigga because he ain't 6'2" and make 200K. We got to do the same shit, bro. We just can't leave it all up to them and shit. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, look here, G. I appreciate you. Well said. Valid
Appreciate
points
you,
for
mate.
damn. So appreciate you checking in, G.
So y'all got to come back up to Dallas too, man. Waiting for y'all boys, man.
Real soon, bro. Tell you we
Some
working on
women need correcting here too. So.
Hey. My shit tripping. Hello? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say shout out to Dallas too. My lady from Dallas, by the way. They got. I feel just real quick. Dallas women are a little bit different from Houston women.
Oh
yeah, they way different.
You want to speak to the difference real quick?
They different. That's another story for another time.
Yeah.
Man. Dallas women is nothing like Houston women. Houston women, you got to come to the table with something. I'm from Milwaukee, Chicago area, so they kind of similar to that. You got to have one thing I appreciate it. They gonna let you know what you want, nigga. Either you too broke for them or you ain't got this. Hey, whatever. Down here though, man, I can have. Never mind. I ain't even gonna say too much, bro.
Yeah, don't get in trouble. You don't mess the game up.
I love
it's
Dallas
different.
women.
It's different, bro.
Nah, but big dog, we definitely appreciate you checking in with us, G. We're gonna catch up with you later. All right, bro. Yeah, that's just real, man, bro. One day we gonna do a segment where we speak to the difference. And you gonna have to be 1,000% honest. You got to keep a G.
That's fine.
Real quick, man. Everybody get these likes up, man. We got a special guest in the building. She received a lot of praise. A lot of praise for what she had to say on the last stream. We're gonna bring her on up. She don't need no introduction. Yancy is in the building.
Hey guys, how are you?
Amazing.
Bless.
Amazing.
I had to pop by for a second. I'm lounging with the little, but y'all had some interesting things to say. So thanks for letting me chime in.
Oh, it's all good. What you think about all this chaos, man?
So I actually liked the things that the last two guys said. I was like, there's no point in me coming on because I said everything. But essentially, one of the things for me, I think that people appreciate, not to toot my own horn, but that I don't take a side. I'm not pro men. I'm not pro women. I'm pro truth. What makes sense, make it make sense, that whole thing. So the part for me that was confusing about the backlash, because there wasn't something that came out that this woman cheated or stole something. Like there was nothing that has come out that she did, but yet people are just like going for her. I mean, they're coming for her throat. And when I looked at it, I said, this is really interesting. And this is my take on why men are in such an uproar. I think it's because the tables have turned. The double standard that I have a problem with is the reaction. Men will say, men are men, they're going to do what they do. It's your job to vet the person. It's your job to, do all this work. And I do the same thing with my women. I say, that's on you. I made a video saying, I'm not going to talk about what men do wrong because they're not looking to me to give them advice. I'm going to tell you what to look for as far as red flags. It's on you. Fool me once, okay, that's the guy. Fool me twice, that's me having a problem with discernment and all this stuff. So what I have to say about this is we have said in our culture, it's okay to date around. It's okay to even be in a relationship and not want anything serious. So I don't understand why when a beautiful woman does it, suddenly these same people are crying foul and acting like she is the devil. So my thing is this, it goes both ways. So it's usually not the woman who does it because typically women are nurturing. Typically women want to get married and have kids. Usually our biological clock is ticking. I felt like I was an old maid at 23 and I couldn't wait for him to put the ring on my finger. So I think what it is it was like a blind side. I think the assumption is if I propose, which we're speculating because we don't know who proposed, but if I propose or I bring up marriage, this woman is going to be excited, especially if I'm a good guy. But I feel like this is a great way for men to understand this is how women feel. A lot of guys will say to a woman, you're not a bad girl. You're actually an amazing woman. You are the type of woman I would marry when I get this stuff out of my system. But right now I'm in the hoe phase. So, and I'm not even saying she's in a hoe phase. I'm just saying she's choosing to date. So my thing is that when I Googled it, I looked at her relationships. I think I found 5. I was like, 5 relationships. If most people start dating when they're 15, 16, that's not a ton of relationships, but she's made out to be all these things. And these are actual relationships. She's not popping up with pregnancies. She's not popping up with all kinds of scandals. So for all we know, she's just dating these people and she's actually committing to them. She's in relationships. So why is this woman who's in monogamous relationships, not cheating, not having babies out of wedlock, why is she being called a hoe? Why is she being scandalous?
I think it's because of who she's dating. Like if she was dating several men that were similar to Michael B, I don't think it would be an issue. But it's Future, it's Trey Songz, it's Diddy, it's the Son, it's men like that. Then you go to Michael B, who a lot of people feel on a general level, a man of his caliber would be like a marriage material. Like that's a husband type quality. So how you go from those type of men to date Michael B and then you don't want to settle down with him. Like, 'cause a lot of people, men and women, he would seem like a prize. He would seem like a catch.
But
So I think that's where it kind of comes from.
But to my point, men have done it to women for decades.
Mhm.
There have been good girls who are racking their brain, freaking out, thinking, what's wrong with me? And the guys will even admit you are marriage material. So even that, it's just a double standard for me. It's not that I can't understand why it would be weird to turn down somebody who allegedly seems like a good guy. Because again, you don't know how many people are great on paper. And this is not against Michael B. Jordan. I don't know anything about him. but present well, speak nicely, carry themselves, and are maniacs behind closed doors. You have no idea who's a narcissist. You have no idea who could be abusive. Again, I'm not talking about Michael B. Jordan. I don't know anything about that man. I'm just saying, to say, oh, this person has a clean track record, this person isn't known to be a player, to me, that's a huge jump to say she should get married. And even if she just didn't want to get married because she's having fun, I'm simply saying stop the double standards. So if we're acting like it's terrible to waste someone's time, men should then be held to that same standard, who are hanging out with women for 5 years, who are hoping that one day he's going to pop the question. I'm just saying, let's keep it a buck on both sides. She's a woman who's dating. She's a woman who has options, and she's exercising them. If a man does that, he gets a pass. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's rich. He has options. He's good looking. He's over 6 feet. Let him live. But when she does it, it's horrible. So I just don't like the double standard of it all. And I agree with the other guy. Oh, sorry, this is the other point I wanted to make, is that the onus is on the person who is dating and has a goal. So if I'm in a marriage mentality, I'm not trying to spend all this time laying groundwork and getting, building this relationship with you, only to find out you never wanted kids. You don't even see yourself getting married for another 10 years. This is my job to have this conversation and figure this out before I'm a year into a situation. Again, this is speculation as to why they broke up. But if it was hypothetically why, it's neither person's, or I should say, it's not her fault if she didn't want to, as long as there was no lying and deception as far as, oh, if I get with you, I'll have kids for you in 3 years. Like, other than that, like, they're just people doing what they want to do.
Well, valid valid points is made. I mean, again, my stance has been clear the whole time. I feel like Michael B. Jordan should have known better. I'm type person, I believe you move on resumes. I don't invest based on potential unless it's the stock market. But in terms of people, resumes are readily available if you do enough research, if you're willing to take the time and be patient enough to dig. And I
Yeah.
feel like if we are making a 40, 50-year marriage type of investment, that's something that it would behoove you to do. Right. Just
Yeah.
like you said, her being opposed to marriage shouldn't be a surprise 2 years in. That's just not what that should be. If it is, then y'all not having the right conversations.
And
And
I
that's
agree
something,
with
that you as a man have to get sorted out. So I mean, I don't necessarily agree with what you had to say, but I'm seeing men in the back chat that's looking like they disagreeing a bit, man.
But here's the thing. You said you should do your work. To me,
Right.
that's not disagreeing with me. I'm saying the onus is on the person who has the desire for more. So had that person allegedly, if that's what he wanted, said, this is what I'm looking for, she would have been able to say, no, I'm having fun. What I take issue is the comment. Someone said, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Why is somebody who is dating and having fun dating and focusing on career a hoe? But if a guy does it, he's focusing on his career and having fun. He is a guy. That is a guy. That's the double standard that I'm talking about. These men are out here sleeping with women, but they want to call the same women they are sleeping with a hoe. And if the woman says, I don't want to put out before marriage, they say, you're not realistic. I need to test the merchandise. I need to know what you're like, because I have created this unrealistic expectation because I've sowed my wild oats and I've seen what Tiffany, Bethany, Shanisha, and Boquisha do. And now I need to make sure you measure up, as opposed to waiting and being each other's first, and then you both are horrible at the beginning and you both level up together. But what I will not stand for is men trying to have their cake and then turn around and call the cake a hoe. Like, obviously I'm joking with that metaphor, but I'm just saying, you cannot create the standard that it's just dating. I don't have to marry you just because we're dating. Why are you pressuring me into a relationship? I thought we were just having fun. All this stuff is what men say. But when it happens to the man, suddenly they understand why women are crying into their Cheerios. Because it sucks when you think you're building something. It sucks when it seems like the person is leading on. And then what does the guy say usually? Well, I never said I wanted to marry you, but you wanted me to
Plausible deniability.
move in, and you did all these things that we follow in the Blues Clues that would have led to a marriage, but you're like, well, technically I never said. So they don't like it when it comes back because it hurts the other way around. So I say, if you wouldn't want it to happen to you, don't do it. Karma is a biatch.
Okay, so just real quick, Yancey, I don't know how much time you got, but I wish you could see the faces on these dudes in the chat. It look like they disagree. Look like they trying to come up and do a little bit of back and forth. They in this motherfucker like.
I'm gonna ask my boss to keep going because I'm not supposed to work on weekends. Baby, can I do 5 more minutes? My boss said no.
He said no. Well, all right. Well then, look here, man. We just tap in later, man. We're gonna be back on Wednesday for sure.
All right. You have people in the queue. Is that why?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We're gonna bring one of them up right now, man.
Lord willing. Lord willing.
There he is. Let's
Lord
go.
willing. Lord
Hold
willing.
on. Wait. Hold on. Real quick. Hold on before we get into it, man. Shout out to JR. Shout out to the Peace Network. Let's go right there. You already know what time it is. Y'all get the likes up before we get started. Get the likes up. Y'all see what bro said. Tap in.
Hey, LaPeace.
All right, bro.
If she comes for me, y'all send help, okay?
Double standards exist for a reason, bro. Let's just call it spade a spade. Life is built off of the double standards that men and women do. I can't do what a woman do. I'm not supposed to do what you do. You have a superpower that I don't have. I have a superpower that you don't have. The reason with Lori Harvey is this is not something that's just, oh, she just do it once or twice. This is a consistent thing. She didn't mention, they say she was messing with Akon brother before she got with Jack Harlow. The thing is, you waste a man's time for a whole year. You get him emotionally involved, and then you dip on him when times get rough. This man, Michael B. Jordan, is stated that he didn't even like black women. But I think back then in the day, as a black man, I'm gonna say we have this genetic moral loyalty to our black women where we'll even if we don't like black women because of the attitude that y'all give us, because you are beautiful women. It's not like we don't like y'all because of looks. It's what y'all give us. It's what we see. So if a man is saying that I don't even like black women because of these characteristics, and then still give one of the known black women out here a chance to make your name look better, because let's be real, hoes exist. You ain't supposed listen. Men fuck women. Women don't fuck us. Y'all get entered. Let's just be real. Your body is not designed as speaking anatomy wise and biology wise. Your body is not designed to constantly get ran through like that. Dating ain't supposed to be how dating is for us. When y'all date, y'all supposed to date with the intent to being someone's help, to being someone's rib. We can bullshit around. Is it right? No, it's not right. But there are some things that you do that isn't right, but we have to accept. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like the double standards that exist are supposed to exist. Are they right? No, but everything in nature isn't right. Is it right when a lion kills the cub so the lionesses can go back into heat? No, but it has to happen. It's nature. So feel me, that's all I'm saying, dog. Like that double standards, yes, niggas get hurt. But y'all not supposed to, we hurt y'all like the different way, like we hurt different. That nigga hurt that, like if men are prideful animals. And so when you fuck with our pride, ain't just the fact that she slept around or she just moved on to the next nigga. It's like, how the fuck did I didn't matter? Like, how did I didn't matter that much to the point where you could just throw me off after everything I did? I'm taking you to dates where your favorite color is blue, so I paint the whole room blue and put all blue shit in the room, and that don't matter to you. It means nothing to you, to the point where, oh, you ain't ready, so it's the next nigga. Niggas get hurt and we don't move on for years.
So you're saying that when a man receives the treatment that men give women all the time, men should continue to do that because why? So if a man realizes how horrible it feels, why is that okay to have as a double standard? Why wouldn't that be even more reason to stop doing it and say, oh my God, this is what it feels like? I never realized this is how bad it feels like on the receiving end. Therefore, let me change my ways. You said double standards just exist. No, we have goals, but double standards are hypocrisy. I'm not talking about gender roles. So I think when you first came on, you were saying men and women are different in a sense. That has nothing to do with character. So I might make the babies and you might make the money. That's a difference. That has nothing to do with character. But someone saying I'm going to waste someone's time for a year and I can do it because I'm a man. I'm sorry, but that's wild to me. And everyone in the comments is saying the same thing. Like, I don't know.
I understand that, but I understand that. So listen, this is what I'm saying though. As a man, he put that all aside and he didn't bullshit around with her for a whole. He gave her consistent basis of showing her true loyalty for a whole year. You feel what I'm saying? And he dissed it off like it does nothing. See, niggas don't do that. We just don't. So when we cheat on we don't really waste a woman's time. Most of the time when men don't take something serious or as far as marriage or something like that, it's because we don't feel financially stable or mentally stable to just give all of you. So for a man who puts all this time into this, which is he's a goof troop, I feel like he's a goofy because you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And she ain't trying to be a housewife.
Why is she a hoe? Because she doesn't want to get married.
Listen, man.
Explain that. How is she a hoe? Because she doesn't want to get married. But if a man is building his career and focusing on his career, he's not a hoe. So let's make definitions. The definition of a hoe is what? Because you're describing someone who's not wanting to get married as a hoe. If she chose to get married, suddenly she's not a hoe. Make that
okay, so
I'm have to go.
When I mean by hoe, I mean she's a hoe. She getting popped by a lot of multiple niggas. Not just the ones we see, but everybody.
Let's get the definition out.
Sure, you chasing back. Okay. All right. Okay. Hoe is chasing at the. Okay.
I'm asking for clarification.
I'm asking. No, what makes you not a hoe is you're not a hoe because
it's somebody
you're not a hoe because
people.
And you chasing their financial resources. That's all. She's also
I got to roll if it doesn't.
Okay, for real. What makes you a hoe is you'll do whatever to get to that man's bag. Meaning you'll fuck him, you'll lie to him, you'll do what you'll seduce him.
Needs someone's bag? You think she
needs? Why don't she need his bag? Why don't you? These are all successful men.
That Lori Harvey is in this for a bag. Do you think this woman is?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because if she wasn't, she wouldn't be doing it with the top notch niggas.
I'm trying to get on the same page with you because I really have to go. So you're saying multiple people and they are using this person as a means to an end. Is that a fair definition of what you just heard? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what kind of a resource do you think a woman has? Her body is a lot of times the thing that a man wants. And there are many men who will sleep with multiple women and will use a woman just to get access to her body. So by your own definition, that is a hoe. All I'm saying is that whatever it is for this side, it also needs to be for this side. So if you are coming with this type of energy, saying that a woman who comes into a relationship, and this is according to you, because these are allegations which you cannot back up, but if a woman comes in and she wants his resources more than she loves him, then by definition, that applies to all the men who don't love a woman, but yet wants to get her resources. All I'm saying is don't come and cry a river about a man. I'm not crying a river,
but I got a question. Don't we court though? Like we have to spend our bag in order to get to you. So the only resources you got is your body. You get what I'm saying? That's the only resource you got. If we talk about these type of men who are not looking for dating and we just looking to pop around, why is it that if we're going to use these doubles, if we're going to say don't apply this to that, then why are people like I just watched a show on Cruise Season where this woman was making close to $8,500 and what like all year round, only paying 6% of the bills. Why is that okay? But we can sit there and say, "Oh, the double standards don't exist on this end, but we're going to apply the double standards on that end though as well." So my thing is, when we're courting, we're actually paying for the bag. We're not benefiting off of getting gifts, $1,000 cars, watches, jewelry, just because we some sexy motherfuckers. Am I wrong? When is the last time a single man just got cashed out because he's a sexy motherfucker.
Okay. First, can I ask you a favor, King?
Yes,
Would you
ma'am. I'm sorry, sweetie. I forgive him. I
Would you
I
mind?
forgive my.
I'm just asking. Would you mind honoring me and not cursing? I don't mind you yelling,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
just
I
not.
apologize.
Yes.
I apologize for the cursing.
No, no, you're good. You're good. I know it's.
No, I get a little like that. I apologize.
I get animated too, and my vein starts popping out when I get heated. So
Yeah.
you
I'm
can
not
get.
trying to be here. I talk with emotion. I ain't gonna lie.
That's okay. That's okay. My little delicate ears and profanity. That's all I ask. Okay, this
Yeah,
is all
all
I'm
right.
gonna say.
Okay,
This is all I'm gonna say.
hold on.
There is a difference. There is a difference between men and women. I don't dispute that. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
women are
That's
not
all I want
coming
to
and
say.
spending $250, $300 on a date. I agree with that. However, if you ask a man, is the company of a woman who is sweet, beautiful, kind, loving, is it worth it? Most men who I have talked to value that. This is why men go out and get women. Otherwise, if they have all the resources, go have fun, go golf, go build businesses. There's a reason why this works this way, because men enjoy the company of a woman. If he doesn't enjoy the company of a woman, he won't spend it. No one has a gun to
You
someone's head
know, like,
saying to date this person. So to address the issue of are women paying for men, the reason they don't do it is because they don't have to. Women do not have to. Why? Because the market value says if you are beautiful, men will do it. It is the same reason I say for women, if you want men to start wifing you, stop acting like a 403, as they say. If you
and I
want
said,
because the market value goes down when you can get the meow for free. Okay, trying to censor myself. So I'm not biased one way or the other. I hear what you're saying, but this is my sentiment, and I have to go after this because really, I promise my kids I don't work on the weekend. This is what I have to say. Men do have strong emotions, which you said is true, and I have a lot of men say that. Because men have not had to deal with this, they haven't learned how to build calluses on their heart the way women do. Women get their heart broken 10, 11, 12 times in a row, and they have to keep going. Also, men are not told how to process their emotions. So it's very hard for a guy when he feels emotions. I tell women this all the time. Men love really hard. And if they get to that place where they really, truly, truly open their heart all the way up, it is catastrophic. And oftentimes men cannot recover for the rest of their life. So I'm not discrediting what you're saying. However, what I'm saying is, please, my love, keep that same energy. When it comes to your boys and you know they're dealing with a chick who they don't like, and she's giving up 5-10 years of her reproductive years, I just ask that my brothers keep that same energy when it comes to women. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
we can't help goofies.
You can't what?
Sometimes we can only sometimes all you can do is lead the horse to the water. We can't make them drink. I say all the time, the reason why girls do this is because we allow them to do this. We allow this behavior. If we stop liking the pictures where all of the or where she shows majority of her body, most women won't do it. If we start cracking down and stop allowing this type of behavior where women race a year or we waste years of their lives, we won't do it. So right now, don't get me wrong, nature's our basic instinct says hump everything around, but this is the time of day where men have to show order and discipline. So therefore, we have to practice this discipline. We are not allowed the privilege of emotions as a black man. We are not allowed that. If I think with my emotions, it can get me killed. I'm just
Yes.
saying, if I think with my emotions first, that gets me that potentially be life threatening. So
Yes.
therefore, it's not the part to practice. It's not we can't practice our emotions, but we are not allowed or have the privilege of that emotions, especially black men, because we got to get our money up. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta improve the vision of how they see us. We've been terrorists and gangsters for 500 years. You feel what I'm saying? That's how the world sees us. So this is around. So what I do agree with you. You feel me? This is a time where we have to step up and place the order first. We
Yes.
cannot put the Instagram models before the homes or before the woman that you know is a wife. Those are the pictures that should be shared. Those are the pictures that should be liked. You feel what I'm
Yes.
saying? But
Because the
also
women are
our
if I could
yeah.
add this, I get this all the time from my clients. I don't understand why they're liking these pictures. I don't understand why they're doing this. And it confuses women. And I have to be
Because
the
we
one to say
live.
who he pays attention to and does things behind closed doors with some lotion. That is not the same as who he proposes to. But the women don't know this. They're just going, If I can get this attention, that means that I'm valuable, and they're getting confused. So I don't disagree with you. I tell people, focus on what you can control. You can control who you spend time with. If you don't have the conversation asking what these people's future plans are, that's on you. If you have sex with a man before he's your husband, that's on you. If you give him kids before he's your husband, that's on you. If he shows you that he's a bad dude and you still keep dealing with him, that's on you. So I have no qualms with anything you said. All I've said is that why bash this woman for doing what she wants to do? Nobody had a gun to anybody's head, as far as we know, to make them stick around. If this woman is taking a cue from the men and is saying, I want to just focus on my career and date for fun, she should
But
not be.
y'all not men. Y'all not men. Why are y'all taking cues from us? Why are y'all taking cues from us? We're you not men. Y'all not men. Why are you trying to do what we do? Niggas,
Well,
niggas ain't. Men ain't out here saying, "Oh, I want to feel how Prince feel."
you
So
asked,
I'm
you asked, why are women taking cues from men? And just 5 minutes ago, you said men aren't getting.
I agree with that.
So
Fair
I'm
enough.
it's
But I'm talking about as the masculine part of that. Like, why are y'all trying to be the masculine part of that? So you feel me?
that's
Like,
because
like
simply
I don't understand that. Like, I'm
All right, y'all.
understanding like,
Real quick. We're gonna have to wrap this thing up here pretty soon. I try to let y'all get y'all back and forth off. You know what I'm saying? I understand it can get a bit passionate, yeah, but we got some people in the queue, man, that's ready to come on up, man.
I
hey
got
man,
lots
my
of
bad,
questions on
man.
why women are turning
I'm so
masculine. So
sorry.
check it out if you want. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back. I'm surprised she hasn't come out the room yet.
All right. We gonna catch up with you later, man.
Bye bye.
All right. Spade,
My
big dog. We
bad.
appreciate you coming up, G.
Yeah, for sure, man. I messaged y'all on Instagram. Y'all boys be safe, man. Like y'all really what the black men need to hear, my dude.
That's love, bro.
Appreciate that, man. You want to mute?
Hold on. Wait, why am I echo? Can you hear me? Mic check. 1 2.
Can you? All right, baby.
Yo, mic check. Oh, okay. Hey, is it echoing? How it sound, y'all? Put a one in the chat if y'all if it's echoing. Cause I don't hear it no more.
Urban politics. Well, I feel like
Okay. They say we good now. Mike Dub in the building. What up, G?
what's up, baby?
Man, this is some relationship politics right here.
Yeah, man. What you think about the whole unfolding of this situation, G?
In a lot of ways, we don't know the context of what happened because we don't know what happened behind closed doors because we don't know what happened, what they were arguing about, all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just what we gather so far, it might have worked out for him in the best. He might not have liked it. He may feel some type of way about it because we all saw the thing where he was feeling some type of down about at the basketball game. But at the end of the day, this might be the best for him.
Right. So that and that right there is what I think. Because a lot of times, you know, we'll stay in a situation way too long. I think he was in it for a year and some change or something like that, and that's still not as bad as, you know, somebody 10 years in or 5 years in or something crazy like that. You done invested. Now y'all got kids together, different shit like that. It's a different kind of tie there. You know what I'm saying? So
Just imagine
though.
Just imagine the drama and the things that would take place if there was a kid involved.
Shit. It'd be insane. I mean, we see it every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, it's dope that he was able to get up out of there. I just felt like he shouldn't have got in there to begin with, man, if I'm gonna be honest.
Well, let's speak to why he got there in the first place. Let's be honest. She's an attractive woman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like anyone in that status would have went for that.
Right.
But here's the thing, though. If the woman ain't down for it, your status don't matter. Because behind closed doors, he could be boring as hell.
Right.
That's what I I was saying, he could be boring or he could be controlling. He could be a narcissist. We don't know none of that stuff. So it didn't work out.
And I've also heard the thing too, like I've also think like if you travel every day with some women, if you travel all around the world, it's not going to take much for you to get bored.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? He just gotta move better. Like I said earlier, I feel like he broke the rules. And her being attractive is understandable, but this is Michael B. Jordan we talking about here. This ain't, Joe Blow that work at the CVS. We ain't talking about that. We talking about somebody who be around attractive women all the time. I think he was more fascinated with the legend of her than actually her looks. Because just like O said earlier, men are very, very conceited in that aspect. When we run into a chick that we feel like, especially when we're younger, which again he broke the code because he's not that young. But when we feel like it's a chick that got a little bit of it's gonna be a bit of a challenge here for me to conquer this, especially after she just broke Future art allegedly, and Future is supposed to be the king of toxicity.
Right.
He thinking, okay, if I can bag this one, this says a lot about what I'm saying, my game
ego.
and who I am and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
It's ego. If I could conquer the one and no one else could conquer, and everybody else wants her, I did it.
Right.
It's always he, not me. That's it. He's not me.
Oh. Logic in the building. What up, bro? I see you. But yeah, man. So I don't know, big dog. We're gonna have to learn from, but we appreciate you checking in, Mike Dub. You already know.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Appreciate you.
All right. Yeah, we gonna Miss Brittany, how you doing?
Hello, Miss Brittany.
Hey, how y'all doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. So I think everybody's right in this situation. And first, like, we don't know what happened. We don't know these people. Anything could have happened. But what I do apply L'Oreal and what I think women should do, period, is we gotta get up out of there fast. We be taking too much time in these relationships. Too much time, like precious years of our lives. You gotta, get in there, have your fun, feel it out. And if it's not for you, move around. Like, you can't stay in these relationships so long. And I think a lot of the times women, there's so much pressure on us you need to get married, you need to have kids, you need to be in this situation. And that may just not be what you want right now. Or it may not be what you want with that man, that person. So I apply her. I mean, Michael B is a lovely man. He's sexy as hell, but baby, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Who he with now? Who were they just talking about?
Who you talking about? Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, is he dating someone new now?
I don't think so. I ain't heard that. I heard she done moved on, but I don't know about him.
2 times.
With Jack Harlow. Shout out to Jack Harlow. I've been bumping him. But yeah, like I love that she's moving on. Now, the Diddy and the son situation, it was a little too much right there, but she's living her life. She's 5 years old. Like the lady said before, she don't have no kids out here. She not, I don't think she needed Michael B for money. I think she's good in that aspect. So, I mean, let her do her. And in the long run, it probably is good for Michael B to be done with that, because he would have stayed in it just thinking, oh, she'll change. Oh, some will be different. And he could be 45 years old, still trying to figure out what's going on here when he's going to find another woman pretty easily. So I like it.
I agree.
The thing is, though, man, right, wrong, or indifferent, as a society, men and women are both based and judged differently than each other. And that's the issue. Like, women cannot be out here sleeping around with men and not think that somebody's gonna say something about it. Like, if it's a bunch of men, you wild out of control again. Like, men want that exclusivity. They don't want too many women, too many people in general knowing like your sexual history. Like, that's something men take like pride in. Like, that bruises our ego if we find out that you really been out here in the streets. Versus the other side, you get praised for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll have women talking, hey, this man has been around here, he done been around the block, he done been this person, that person. Then the other woman's like, what? Has he? Let me find out. You know what I'm saying? And it's praise for that. But the other side, a man is not going, he may, dibble and dabble, but that's not somebody he want a wife. So yeah, have your fun if you want to, but just understand that people won't take you as serious based off what you've done in the past.
The thing is, like, when you get in a relationship, everything in the past, it's whatever. Like, it really is whatever. And I no, check this out. No, really, really, if you really rocking with a person, and you may know of her past or whatever, but if you really rocking with her, then it's whatever. Case in point, Michael B. But the thing is, it's okay. Like, you don't have to be with this person forever. If this situation is not working for you, let it go. Move on to somebody else who may have not that many bodies or whatever your preferences are. But I don't think it's a right and a wrong. Oh, we don't want this person because of this. Like, if y'all not good together, just go your separate ways.
But see, Brittany, my only pushback would be, right. I agree with the okay, if I don't see this working, then we should move around. But I think the point of contention is the reasoning for this not working. I feel like that's very, very important. And when we young, especially, we'll come up with a bunch of shallow and petty ass reasons as to why we don't feel like this should work. And then we'll break it off. We go our separate ways. I go out there and I, live my life, live my best life, as they say in this era. You know what I'm saying? And then you run into that wall of, okay, now I'm 35, 36. And then I'm looking for something serious now, but it's harder now because now I done got 2 kids because I'm out here living my life, or I done, come into whatever situation I done came into, and I had a good dude, but I let him go because of petty reasons at the time. So that right there would be my only point of contention. I can't co-sign that because there's so many women right now that if they wish they could, so many women that's 35, 38, 39 that wish if I can go back to 25, I had this solid nigga that I just let go because I was in my prime. I wasn't ready to settle. I'm out here living my life, whatever the case may be. And now I'm out here shopping on the clearance rack because I done developed so much baggage. You know what I mean? So that's the only point of contention right there. But in terms of if the situation ain't working for valid reasons, in terms of, okay, we got foundational differences, our goals are different, like it's that type of thing, then cool. But if it's some petty shit like, I'm just out here just trying to live my life right now, I ain't.
But
I
it's not
don't know,
fair for
man.
a human being to be like, I want to live my life. As long as I let you know and I'm communicating that to you, it's
Mhm.
on you whether we decide to keep going. But if I'm telling you, hey, I'm focused on this, I'm doing this. And even if I tell you my past, are you cool with that? You cool? We good? This is what we're doing? Okay, boom, fine. And as soon as one of us is done with it, be done with it. I think another thing too is women, we're not just, well, I don't know. I don't know for real, but you don't have to sleep with everybody that you're dating.
Facts.
So it's not like you have to be out here racking up these niggas with these diseases, with these kids. You don't have to do all that. You can date, you can have fun, and you don't have to sleep with them. So that's a whole nother point. But once you figure out that you're done with the people, let them go. Let them live their life. Because even when you were 25, it wouldn't have worked then either because you weren't that person that you are at 35. So even if you could go back, do it over, it still wouldn't be a mesh. So maybe later on in life, but in my advice, let it go, move around, and go on to the next.
Well,
Really quick, really quick, because I just want to say something about when you were saying women don't have to sleep with men. What's funny is there'll be a lot of women too. They feel pressure behind sleeping with a man because they know if they don't sleep with him, he'll go get it somewhere else. So a lot of times she'll feel like, well, if I don't like him and if I don't secure him, if I don't give up my goods, then there's gonna be another woman out there that's gonna give it up for less. And I think that's a pressure on some women too. They wanna just go ahead and have sex with a man because they know if they don't, either he'll leave them or find it somewhere else.
And that's probably true, but I think that's the self-love aspect of it. Like you got
Oh,
to
for
know
sure.
out here. Like if that's what he want to do, then if you don't tolerate that type of stuff, then it's not gonna work. So I think that's a whole another issue. Like, don't why are you feeling pressure to sleep with these men? You don't have to do that. A man gonna stick around if he fucking with you. Excuse my French, but he's gonna stick around. So you don't have to lock nobody down, and you wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to feel like I'm putting so much pressure on this person by, I don't know, giving them sex, doing whatever they want, and all that is for them to be with me. Like, I got to do all that just for them to want to be with me. So you don't want a person like that anyway. So I would just say keep moving.
Well, Miss Brittany, we appreciate you coming up here, man. Straight up and down. We're going to got to have you up here more often, man. For sure, for sure.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we're going to catch up with you. Boy, D in the building. D, real quick before we go in, I want to read some of these super chats that we done got. Hold tight. Let me see. Shout out to John Duncan Tell. Every time I say loyal to your focus. That definitely qualifies. Dated son and father. That definitely qualifies for sure. Who else we got? Omni in the building. Appreciate you. He was being this string. I don't know if I agree with that one, but I feel you though. Josh in the building. But yeah, man. So D, what up, bro? Welcome to the panel, man. What you think about everything that done been said? What you think about this lawyer situation? Give it to us, bro.
Hey, what's going on? Boys, appreciate you having me. I first found y'all on Lapeef, so ever since then I've been following you. So it's been good. But as far as I don't want to get too convoluted and go off into a rant, but it's so many things. I'm not too old. I'm 28 right now, but I've been blessed enough to experience a lot in my life, and it showed me, man, how just how much we seek validation in our society, and instant gratification and no accountability at all. I was blessed to be around, men that had respect to a certain degree and knew how to conduct themselves and how to become successful at the same time. And I feel like, there's a niche of us dudes that, came from the neighborhood, but then, you had to acclimate yourself to society in a certain degree. So you understand from that point of view as well. So you have both views. With that being said, I think on the Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey situation, it's all instant gratification, man. It's all about the validation. Because even in my past experiences and relationships, when I thought, I was ready to commit and stuff like that, it wasn't. Even though it may have seemed to be on both ends, it wasn't, because at the end of the day, when things would happen or when it came time for that person to step up, it was more of a quitter's mentality. I've never been part of that mentality. I feel like you should encourage adversity. You're not gonna find nobody perfect at all, and you know what I mean. You want somebody that's, like you said, 6'4". He got tats. He's smart. He came from the hood, but he know how to wear a suit and all this other stuff. It's not gonna happen. If you can lay up with somebody for a whole year, you have some kind of connection to them, right? So that's something to build off of. So when it comes to the Lori B situation, there's no reason in which she had to leave that relationship other than her own, wants and needs, because that's what we preach in the society today. It's like, okay, we date in relationships and all this other stuff, but those are just relationships. If you want something more serious, that's a different category. So what's the purpose of the pretense? You know what I mean? If you can leave somebody like Michael B. Jordan, somebody who's wanted by mostly every woman, somebody who's showing commitment, somebody who's telling you, hey, listen, I want to work towards this. We're going to go through stuff, but you have to be willing to say, hey, let's take some time out, or let's try to get through this, and we're going to make it work. So if Michael B. Jordan can't hold somebody down, then what am I supposed to expect? You know what I mean? And I went through the same situation with my ex, and it was crazy because that was the first time I had ever thought I could commit to a woman, you know what I mean, fully. And I gave her a year of my time, and with that, there was a lot of stuff that came behind it. Everything was good, but when some issues started to come up on both of our sides, I was more like, okay, let's bring this to the front and see what we can do. I encourage this. This is for no reason for us to, go crazy over. We got it. You know what I mean? But on her end, it was more of a pressure thing, and let me back out a little bit and see what I can do or whatever. And ultimately, I ended up breaking up with her because like I said, if I can be with you for a year and I understand that I can commit to you and all that other stuff, I know that we have grounds to work on something. But we preach in a society, if it's not working, like the previous young lady before me said, if it's not working, then just leave. How is that ever supposed to work? Like I said, you're not going to find somebody that's perfect at all. It's not going to happen. At some point in your life, you have to say, hey, listen, I have a decent person. We have something to work on. Let's start with that. And you have to have the mentality, well, we want to take it a little bit longer, or we want it to last longer. So the little small, like you said, small petty things, all that other stuff, those are just small petty things. That's the way I see them. You always have somewhere something to grasp onto to work off of. So I think everything our society just completely is mixed up, especially in the Black community. I would say even myself, I have these conversations with my cousins, and a lot of times the conversations end up being, well, it's the Black dude's fault, or it's the dude's fault, and all this other stuff, and there's no accountability whatsoever for us at all. And it's a little disheartening because, for my younger sister to be where she's at with, kind of seeing how I conducted myself with women and all that other stuff, you can see that there's a correlation between, having somebody as a role model, actually understanding how you should be doing things, as opposed to what society's telling you to do. So I think there's a lot of work that we have to do, but it won't get better until the instant gratification and the validation and all that other stuff stop. It'll never get better.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what I'm saying, we spoke about that earlier in terms of the work. Because I was gonna ask you a question. Do you feel like there's a such thing as right person, wrong time?
I could say yes and no, but my thing is like, I guess I could compare it to what I do now. What I'm in school for and what I do for work, it's a lifelong commitment. And there's some people that stop it and aren't able to continue, or it was just too much for them, and they may come back to it later, which I understand that. So when you look at it from that perspective, maybe. But what I'm saying is, if you've already shown the foundation of what you need, then it's better. You have something great to work off of. There shouldn't be anything that comes in the way to be able to stop you from that. If something just don't work and it's not meant for you, then it's just not gonna work. But making an excuse and just being like, oh well, it was just the wrong time, it really doesn't. I really can't align with that, because I feel like that's more of a quitter's mentality.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would agree. And I think people have that I don't know, I guess perception of what relationships is because they aren't used to, like, they don't really know what a relationship is. A relationship is day for day work every day. People want 30, 40 years of marriage, but they don't realize how much work goes into that. It's not a situation where I meet somebody and we are perfectly aligned. That's not how it works. Even in the honeymoon stage, everything may seem perfectly aligned, but that's because you're looking at shit with rose-colored glasses. But the longer that you're into it, you begin to realize, like, damn, this, a lot of the stuff that was impressing me initially, I'm not really impressed with no more. And I think those is when, like, that time is when it gets to be shown, okay, am I in this for the right reasons? And more times than not, you aren't, or you're not willing to put the work in to see. And I think that's what happened with Lori. Lori was like, okay, this shit is beautiful up front. This is the man that everybody wants. So, of course, that intrigue and all of that shit is there. But it's like after a year and a half, all of that initial honeymoon, this is, we taking pictures on Instagram, we getting praised, we getting relationship goal comments and all of that shit. But a year and some change into it, now he talking about marriage and all of that shit done wore off. Now it's like, am I really ready to put the work in to maintain this for 30, 40 years? I'm not. And then she got up out of there. So that's how I think that it happened. But a lot of people would tie that to, it might be the right person, but it's the wrong time. But I don't really subscribe to that. I subscribe to how willing are you to put in the work necessary for a long-term relationship. And fact is, most people are not willing to put in the work necessary. to maintain a long-term relationship, but they'll hide behind sayings like right place, wrong time. I just need to live my life. I just need to go experience. Like that's what they hide behind. But the real reason is they not willing to put up all those jumpers in the gym that it's going to take for us to win this championship. So that's why I asked you that. But I mean, you answered it how I thought you would from a very pragmatic way. I definitely respect it for sure.
I just want to make one more talking point real quick. Speaking on what y'all spoke on earlier, I feel like too a lot of men got to figure out. And I'm still in the process of figuring that out now. That just take time with you becoming the man who you need to be. It's a lifelong process. So when it comes to the way that some women view men and their attractiveness and all that other stuff, there's different demographics of women, right? And ultimately, I feel like they really don't know what they want or need. They follow the premise of what other people say or what society says and all that other stuff, and that's what they base that off of. But speaking personally, as I'm 5'9", I'm a decent built dude. I've always attracted women that I would say that would probably go for, the taller dude or the good looking dude and all that other stuff, to do with a lot of money. But the thing is that when you're confident in who you are as a person, a woman is naturally going to gravitate towards you. We put all these pretenses. Oh, well, I only want to do that's 6'2" or whatever. I've dated girls that were taller than me and that are the same height as me. And the issues that we went through had nothing to do with how we were aesthetically built, because you don't have any control over that. But what you do have control over is how you build yourself and the person that you can become. So don't let society and women tell you, hey, listen, we only going for this. Be yourself and be the best person you can be. And it's a lifelong process, like I said. But when you do that, you go attract who needs to be in your life.
Well said, bro. Well said, man. We appreciate you coming up. Definitely profound points. We definitely going to have to have you back, big dog.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the time.
Yes,
all right. All right. Take it easy. All right, man. We're going to take some time. Y'all make sure y'all getting the likes up where they should be. Everybody stop what y'all doing right now. Like the part if y'all ain't liked it already. And I'm saying we're gonna bring up our next guest. I seen your little podcast. What up, bro? You on mute right now?
My bad. What's good, fam?
Man, what's going on, G? What you on?
Man, came to salute y'all black men for making us look good as a demographic in this country and in this world.
That's love right there, bro. I definitely appreciate you. What you think about this whole breakdown, everything going on with Lori and Michael B and all this nonsense?
Man, I literally gave it no attention. Like the only attention that I gave it is the last 30 minutes that I've been watching y'all. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I think we did kind of mention it on the show last week, but I just did it in order to kind of like beef up the topic that we was talking about. But I didn't go in depth into it because I don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't follow that type of joint. And then it's also like I tend to separate the celebrities and how they operate inside their relationships from what us quote unquote normal people can do. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of get why they tend to, mingle in that same little circle. I kind of understand it. Sometimes I'll be feeling like, well, why not just go get somebody regular? But I kind of get it because it's a certain lifestyle. And then you want to be with people that understand your lifestyle. But this is what you get from that. You know what I'm saying? The type of woman that's going to understand your lifestyle is going to be the type of woman that's going to want to live it too. You know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to be your wife. She's just trying to, play the role.
Right.
So it is what it is.
So here's the thing. Like, if you got like advice for the like younger dudes out here, because we done all been there to where we, prioritize the wrong things. Let's just be honest here. Looks and sex and this, that, and the third, which is again understandable when you're young. But if you got some advice for them for how they should be moving, because I feel like Michael B. Jordan broke a golden rule. This is a chick, again, that has a history of hopping around with celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is that it's nothing, it's nothing wrong with entertaining that type of chick. But I think you got to keep in perspective what the intention, what the goals are here. So when you messing with a chick like that, sex, that's it. Should be the only thing on your mind. But what I say, he broke the rule. He tried to make long-term plans with somebody that's temporary, and he got burned for it.
Mhm.
So, if you had any advice on how dudes should be moving when they run into that type of chick, this chick super gorgeous. Again, sex might be good. How should he be moving?
Man, I seen a meme the other day, right? It said if Ferris wheel was a person, and they had Lori Harvey in the middle, and then they had all these spokes to all these different dudes.
Mhm.
I didn't know it was that many. I just knew about, Diddy and I think Future and Michael.
Right.
But apparently it's about 8 other cats that the world know you've been with. So I really don't understand Michael B. Jordan's thinking on this one. You know what I mean? I don't get putting his feelings in that situation at all. But I mean, maybe he was, trying to reinvent the whole Kanye and Kim type thing,
Mhm.
A lot of people seem to think that that's a power couple, right? So then they want to try to reinvent that. I mean, but he ain't Kanye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye that's the homie, but he crazy.
And
You know what I'm
even
saying?
he just got left.
Right.
True.
He had to go. But look at this though. Truth of the matter is it benefited him, right? Because when he first got with her, I ain't know this until like last year. She gave him a bunch of money to get him out of a situation that he was in. You see what I'm saying? So it was beneficial to him. It helped his brand, and it pushed them to $1 billion. That wasn't gonna be the same outcome, right, with this situation for Michael B. You know what I mean? So if this was an emotional thing, I really don't get it. But I will say this, bro. Like full transparency, I used to tell my son's 17 now, and he had a little girlfriend. They've been together for like 3 years. I used to tell him don't date black women because he'd be like, man, Dad, why you say that? Why you say that? I'm like, because they don't want what you want in general. My son's like how I was when I was young, emotional. He loved to be in love. All he cared about is that girl, right?
Right.
Now I had the last couple of years, I had to kind of get on him, push him towards being focused on himself, his priorities, what he want to be, what he gonna do in life, trying to let him know you will lose every woman you ever want focusing on the woman. You got to be willing to focus on yourself. You see
That's
what I'm saying? And then the woman will come along with that, right? And so I've pushed him towards that now. He way more focused. Hey, grades went up in school, got a job, license together, everything. You see what I'm saying? So now he on the right track. But I definitely used to tell him that because I know he wanted to be married. I know he wanted to be in love and all that. He gonna really love and care about a woman. He gonna rock with his emotions. You see what I'm saying? So, okay, I can't necessarily change you as a person, but I can say, hey, this is what you need to do. You need to date women that rock with that type of man. And unfortunately, just most of them ain't ours. Man, it ain't that it ain't none, but you'll have a better chance with a Latina, you know what I'm saying, or an Asian, or possibly even a white woman, if that's how you really want to rock. Subsequently, he ended up with a girl that's half black, half white. The best part about that is the mama is white. So she getting the femininity. She getting the mission. She's getting the cooperativeness. You see what I'm saying? She ain't getting the loud belligerence that she probably would have been getting if her mama was black. Again, this ain't all women. You know what I'm saying? But it's too many of them. So you want to, as a young person, what I tell even grown men, bro, you got to be honest about who you are. You know what I'm saying? These YouTube streets are how you questioning yourself. Some stuff you probably should. Some stuff you probably should question. Some stuff you should probably like, oh man, you know what? This ain't benefiting me. Let me stop trying to champion this thing because this ain't really helping me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very angry, tempered guy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done threatened a lot of cats on these platforms. Come to Chicago, say that shit to my face. I do it all the time. I don't be wanting to, you know what I'm saying? But it just come out. They be kicking that nonsense, right? So I know that's really the type of cat that I am. Okay, I might have to work on that, right? But if I'm the type of cat that I just want to love my woman, respect her, I don't want to be no benevolent dictator and all this other type of stuff that people be kicking. If I know I'm really what I am, then I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna have to choose a woman that's gonna be respectful. You know what I'm saying, and cooperative to what my program is, versus trying to switch to be somebody else. So my message to men would be honest about who you are, right? Be honest about where you are at in life, what your goals are, what your plans is, and then realize you're going to have to get a woman that's conducive to that, conducive to who you are, because you can't try to get one. If you a dude that you know you're going to make $50,000 for the rest of your life, you can't get a woman that want a 6-figure cat. It's a waste of time.
That's real rap, bro. That's a hell of a way to wrap it up right there, bro. That's definitely game. We appreciate you checking in, big dog.
Appreciate you too, bro. Salute, bro. Anytime.
Take it easy, bro.
No doubt.
Yeah, man, that's real, bro. Up here, that's real, man. Boys got to learn how to move, man, and move the right way. And I feel like it's way too many dudes that's on these platforms giving out the wrong advice, and that's why we get advice the way we give it, man. It's from a practical perspective. We ain't out here hating women, trying to bash women, none of that. Like, our goal is to bring people together. You know what I'm saying? So again, watch who you getting that advice from. But bro said some real stuff right there, and y'all need to definitely apply that. Real quick, everybody. Let me see what we at on likes. I don't even know. Hold on, I added up. Yeah, 440. Okay, y'all boys doing y'all thing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring up the next guest. Smoke, what up, G?
What's up, boss? Thank y'all for having me on the podcast. Appreciate you. Been watching y'all for a minute. Apologize being in bed. I had a bad motorcycle, but let me address the issue at hand. Focus on focus. We all kind of know from the beginning gate if she wifey material or if she thought material from material. And he tried to make a hamster a lion. And I say that by, we all know that she's had a history. It really's not important about his history. It's about where he was trying to go. And we know that they've been, doing the pictures, showing the Instagram, showing this power couple kind of courting kind of thing. But at the end of the line, people know where it was going to end one way or another. And whether they had that conversation or not, she was giving signs the whole time. I'm not about that life. I'm not going to put in that work. So if you're seeing that, he at that time, he's already emotionally tied in with years of service. And men will stick shit out no matter how bad the situation is. Me being a divorced husband of two daughters, full-time custody. I had them since they were 6 and 9. They're 25 and 24 now. I'm sorry, 22 now. So it's possible. But I had the mindset of marriage, building a foundation. So was the woman that I was with. Now, again, it doesn't stop him from having fun per se and kicking it and trying to have that lifestyle. But at the end of the day, he wanted one thing and she wasn't for it. So you invested way too much time, effort, and energy into something that wasn't going to turn into fruition. What kind of recompense is he going to get from this? Nothing. Because you already said it from the gate. He's literally the 1% of the 1%. So if he can't get nobody, I feel bad for mine. So I'm gonna let y'all go on and time in. I didn't want to eat up a ton of y'all time. Again, leg surgery, about 3 of them. I'm in the club. I went down on a motorcycle. I appreciate y'all shooting it out to me and letting me think. But
it's all love, bro. You definitely gotta get well. Speedy recovery, bro. You already know it's love, man.
Appreciate it. Cruise season.
Yes, sir. All right, big dog.
Appreciate you.
All right. Yeah, man. Hold on, we're gonna bring up I'm saying this right. Raz, what up, G?
Yo, what's going on?
Oh, coolin', bro. Where you checking in from?
I'm checking in from Toronto, bro. When are you guys coming up here?
T-Dot.
Okay. Couple things. Number one, resume is a must check. The resume is a must check. I'm not saying that I am going to grade you on your resume, but I do need to look at it. Because if you were with somebody and their dad, I gotta look at you a different type of way. I'm not saying that you're any type of person. I'm not saying that I can't love you, but I am saying I have to look at you a different type of way, because those are situations that are not normal, right? That's number one. Number two, she's allowed to do what she wants to do. He's allowed to do what he wants to do. This is kind of what happens when you try to marry somebody 10 years difference. You're not in the same space. You're not in the same time. You probably don't want the same things. There's really no reason to force it. Number 3, a lot of us had this back in the day. The girls didn't want us because I was making the 42,000. The problem is my value comes with age. Women's value comes with their youth. So the longer I live, the more valuable I get to a lot of these women who are outside who didn't value me earlier. And that's one thing that dudes have to understand. You don't need to rush to go get the Lori Harveys, bro, because look at Lori Harvey. She gonna be there, fam. She gonna be there.
She gonna get you
now, later. She gonna be there. And I watched another video that you guys put up, the breadwinner video. If you, all right. Oh, if you're with somebody before y'all make the money and y'all make the money, that's understandable. I don't think I can get with somebody who's already making double what I'm making. I don't think I can do that. There's something that you said is important. I also don't think that I should try, because one of the things that I think that Black people are really bad at is they get into situations where they're not sure if they're going to be successful. They don't know. And they just always get into more and more situations where they're not even sure what success looks like. So for the girl who has 150 and I have my 50, I'm going to kick it at the Taco Bell. You can go to the big restaurants. If you want to take me and if you want to help build me, because as I said, my value will come later in life. But if you want to show me out to your friends right now, dude said it earlier. I'm not 6'2". I don't got all the tattoos. I'm not a genius. You know what I mean? I can't do all those things. But it is about being aware. I really appreciate that you guys forget about the women. You talk to guys about what they need to be aware about. And Lori Harvey is stunning. But we had an inclination, and I don't know if I can start a relationship that's supposed to be for the rest of my life if I have that inclination on site. I think that's how I would go. And also somebody said, like, why can't she find a regular guy? Because regular guys probably wouldn't put up with this. Just like how regular girls might not put up with some of that stuff. That's why these industry people stay in the industry. That's something that they can afford themselves. Bro, I don't know what I would do if I gave 1.5 years to a girl to turn around and tell me, nah, I'm good still. That would be great, because I'd feel like an asshole, forgive me, for doing that to somebody.
Yeah, and the wild part is, bro, just to answer that question, why she won't date no regular guys, because her livelihood comes from being on the stage, being in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Like what does she do aside from the fact that she's Steve Harvey's stepdaughter? You know what I mean? So when you get to
that, I don't know. And one last thing, one of the things that I'm very, very sure of that is a big problem right now is my parents. My dad passed away. My mom is still here. And to be honest, whether they liked each other or not, ain't nobody damn well would have known. Everybody's way too public about what they are, who they are, where they go. Once you're that public and you let all these people in, there's no real way you're going to be able to mitigate all of the opinions about who you are or who you aren't. And regardless if Michael B's the 1% of the 1%, unfortunately, he looking like a sucker. A different type of sucker than Russell Wilson, but a sucker nonetheless. And the thing that connect those guys, my man, Big Dog Future. You already know, fam. You already know. So thanks, guys. Thanks for putting up with me. And, have a great day.
It's all love, bro. Take it easy. Yeah, man, my boy out there.
My hands at work.
All right, hold on real quick, man. We got a super chat, man. Got a shout out. Miss Parker in the building. Right there at the home. Basically, man, get women that reflects your temperament. Yeah, that's real. That's real. And that's the thing. People be feeling like you could change somebody into who you need them to be. Nah, bro. We need to be aligned. And that's why a lot of times I say I need finished product. Hypothetically speaking, if I'm single tomorrow, I need finished product. I ain't got time to be working on nothing. I ain't got time to be trying to pull you closer to where I'm trying to be. No. When you hit 30, you are who you are, in my opinion. You know, I don't feel like people is gonna change that drastically at 30. You are who you are. So, you know, end of the day, you got to find you somebody that's just more of a reflection of who you are. Michael B. Jordan is damn near 35, or is he 35? He is 35. Yeah, so it ain't no excuse for that. But I mean, I understand it. She's attractive. She in the spotlight. Y'all union is going, you know, set up money plays and different opportunities, because let's just be honest here. Couples in this celebrity world increase your status. That's why you see rappers claiming they girlfriends so publicly now, something that didn't happen in the past, because now you pulling in that woman fan base on Instagram. We relationship goals this, relationship goals that. So I understand the play, but you got to keep it to play instead of trying to make long-term decisions with temporary people. So that's something we got to improve on. Eleasy in the building. Say, bro, Jack Harlow does nothing for us. She out here being controlled. They are culturally different. What's the catch there? It's a great question, bro. To be honest, I think there is no chemistry there. I think it's clout. You know, you literally got celebrities teaming up for clout. And Jack Harlow, you know, especially because that's all I've been reading about Jack Harlow on social media. Oh, he dates black women. He dates black women. He dates black women. You know, he makes music for the women. He does this for the women.
Sell a chicken.
Right. So it's like him and Lori Harvey getting together would boost his stock immediately. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, a lot of time that might actually be the play. Like people might be like paying each other to date.
Sometimes, yes.
Like the label,
Yes.
okay, we're gonna pay Lori Harvey $100,000 for y'all to date for 6 months.
Too far-fetched.
Like if you really think about it, because you're gonna make more than that 100,000 that you invested if they seen as an item.
Exactly.
Damn,
It's
I ain't
just
never
small
thought about
stuff.
that.
Like even shit, Black China.
Mhm.
At one point, she was charging dudes for them to be her girl for a week or two.
Right.
10 bands, something like it was something crazy.
Mhm.
So yeah, definitely do it for clout. Because if I got this person on my arm, then you know it's just like it opens up other doors for other people.
True. Very true. All right, man. We're gonna bring one more up. This right here is family right here. D, what up, boy?
Pee Wee.
Hold on, bro.
My bad, I had to unmute, man. I was about to walk out because I gotta go take my daughter to the movies.
Oh,
but
all right.
I'll give y'all. I got about 10 minutes.
Nah, it's all good. But yeah, bro, what you think? Well, I know what you think. You ain't even gotta open your mouth. But I mean, tell them what you think.
I mean, I like the way Lori move.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way she moved because I mean, it's better than us sitting up there watching the chicks who on Twitter all day whining about how they can't get men to act right or get men to do what they want them to do or this and this and that. Lori's she dating. I mean, she's just doing whatever she want to do. A lot of women should move like that. A lot of women should move like that. And just like y'all said earlier, like Michael B should have known better. It's just like the niggas that date Brittany Renner. You should have known better. It's just like the women who continue to lay down with Future. You should have known better. So I mean, he should have known better. I mean, that's his fault.
Nick Cannon.
Nick, yeah. I mean that she ain't doing nothing different than what a lot of people out here doing. She just doing it right. Like she ain't crying about it. You don't see her crying about nothing.
Don't see her saying a word.
And she damn sure wasn't looking for no chick. She was driving a Urus before she met him.
Mm-hmm.
She already had her own thing, so it wasn't about his money or nothing like that. She just, hey, I want that nigga right there.
It ain't even like she's going around posting with these people. You know, some people when they out, they hanging with whoever, they posting this person, posting that person. All these pictures are caught by paparazzi in the media. Like she moving how she move. Nobody else posting pictures but the media that's stalking her. So you can't do nothing but respect it. And again, like you said, you got a Michael B. He should have known better. I've been said that. Michael B should have known better. When you first saw them hook up, he was like, uh-oh. Are you happy for him? Of course. You would hope it go the distance, but in the back of your mind, you know better.
You know better. Immediately. It ain't going nowhere, man. because there's certain women, bro. And again, I think, and that's why I'm so disappointed in Michael B. Jordan, because he should know, he's been around attractive women all his life. Now, a lot of dudes haven't, and I get it. You know, this is your first opportunity. You may have just dropped your hit single, or so your movie just came out, whatever. So all this is new. Attractive women are new to you, but attractive women ain't new to Michael B. Jordan, man. There's no way that he should have made that mistake. But to the new dudes that ain't got to experience it yet, or whatever the case may be, bro, like, take these women for who they are. You are not gonna change her, bro. How she moving is how she moving.
And I get, you know, he thought, hey, I'm Michael B. We've been rocking for a minute. Everybody supporting the relationship. We relationship goals now.
Mm-hmm.
This and this and that. But I wouldn't have never saw Lori making that move, especially her age, bro. Like at 25,
right?
Somebody who got it the way she got it.
Come on, man.
And she don't need you. Like, she don't need, now if she needed him for something, like you said, if had her parents not been who they are and she was a bottle girl, it would have been a different relationship.
Yep.
Had Michael B came in the club, ordered a few bottles, and they made exchange numbers, she would have been cleaning his apartment for probably in 2 weeks.
Right.
But it's a different ball game. She don't need him, so she can just like she been doing. She can have any man in the industry she want, because in this situation, men know that it makes them look good to be standing next to her.
Yep. Which again is a lot of the mistakes that these newer artists make, and people be like, man, the same 7 girls getting passed around the industry. That's why, because it ain't even about the girl. It's about the statement that it's gonna make with me being with her, me being in pictures with her, or whatever. You know, this is a highly desired woman. She done been desired for 5-10 years, whatever the case. So now that I'm on, you know, she gonna be my trophy per se. She gonna be my stamp that I made it. And again, if you're a newer artist or you're a newer, you know, actor, whatever the case may be, I get it. I understand that. I can't fault you for that. But Michael B. Jordan should have known better, man.
He was the wrong guy. Like, Future looked at her the way he looked at it, because a toxic man gonna always want a chick that's like that.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time, I was telling a girl recently, she said her stepdad has this amazing guy, girl in his life, and he won't commit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, but the woman, no, she wasn't amazing. She was bad. She keep doing little stuff, and she keeps saying why he won't leave her. I said, because he don't want a commitment. A man that don't want no commitment, they want a chick who constantly fucking up, because it constantly gives them a reason to not commit.
It's true.
You don't want a good woman when you like that. You know, she constantly doing everything right. You like, God damn.
That's real.
It's like, you.
That's
Like,
real.
you too good. Like, do something. Slip up. Like, what you doing? But if you don't want a commitment, like you want a bad woman. You want a horrible woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said in the chat, me and Laura would have lasted years, because I would have never asked for a commitment. So it's just,
you say we on the same page, baby. We both here for the same reason, man.
Right. We just here to eat. We just here to eat, take pictures together, and don't go no further. We gonna stay right here for 10 years.
That's a fact.
But
whole time I'm glowing up. Whole time.
Same thing.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. I mean, I agree with how she moving. My boy just took an L, man. He tried to commit to the wrong chick, man. It was bad.
Yeah.
I thought he knew better, but I knew he was falling apart when I seen him out there on the beach. My boy was cheesing.
Yeah. I say whenever you got a nigga wearing thong sandals, it's already over with, man. It's already over with. He gone. He long gone. So that right there is the game. But bro, you already know it's love, man. We appreciate you checking in. I know you got stuff to go take care of. We about to get up out of here, man.
All right, man. Y'all be good out there.
Yes, sir. Look here, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Everybody in the back chat that we couldn't get to. Tap in Wednesday, man. We back at it. We're gonna unpack that Puff Daddy Carisha situation on Wednesday, man. I look forward to hearing everybody's take and what y'all think about it. Tap in. If y'all ain't like the video already, y'all can start liking right now, subscribing. If y'all ain't subscribed, welcome to the family. This is Crew Season. And again, man, every Wednesday we tapped in on live. Podcast drops every Tuesday on all streaming platforms, here included. We appreciate all the love, everybody in the chat, all of the mods. Y'all doing a hell of a job. I ain't seen nobody getting out of line or talking wild or nothing like that. So that mean that y'all definitely on y'all job. I don't know. That's all I got. Oh, you got some last words, big dog?
I ain't got nothing else. I just appreciate everything. Patreon, y'all gonna have of course y'all know y'all gonna have the episode first, 102. We already recorded this morning.
Facts.
Smooth had other obligations afterwards, so that's why he wasn't on the live. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you. Shout out to all the new people that just came. People that came from Spiritual Word, TikTok, wherever y'all recently came from. Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. And shit, pass it along. Keep spreading the word, man.
Facts. And on that note, man, we are gone. Y'all take it easy.